This that A1 Perico flow, you know? It's that kind of flow that could change your life. Yo, the kid is back. Word to my fitted cap. Shorty bad, beauty plus brains.
I recognize your voice.
Yeah, it's
I
me.
knew that was you. I was like, wait, I know that man. I listen to him all the time. That's you.
Yeah, my name 80s Brooklyn 80s baby.
That's what I thought. I had to get that off. I was like, I know that. I know that voice.
Do me a favor, subscribe to the channel, like the channel, hype the channel, all of the things. Holla at me in the comments. You already know. You holla at me, I holla back. And I appreciate it, man. Listen, I did a little look at my analytics, and I'm noticing that when I put out content, most of the people who see my content are non-subscribers. So I need, if you enjoy the content, if you don't enjoy the content, keep it pushing. You know what I mean? I ain't begging for no subscribers, but if you enjoy the content, if you are non-subscriber, I need you to hit the subscribe button. What's good, everybody? It's your boy, Brooklyn 80s. And we got a good episode for you guys today. Obviously, we're going to talk a little bit about the All-Star game. They had the draft earlier today, so we could get into the teams a little bit, talk about the teams, how we feel about the teams, and things of that nature. Also, your girl Caitlin Clark is back in the news. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Caitlin a little bit, and we're gonna get into the dream. But before we get into all that, like I said a second ago, make sure everybody subscribe to the channel. On a walk-in, please hit the like button. Please hit the hype button. You guys is being stingy with the hypes. Hit the hype button for me. And definitely, if you're watching this on a playback, you already know. Hit me in the comments. I'm gonna holler back. And the people that's with me live, I see you. I see y'all joining. I see y'all pulling up. I went a little later today because Bro Claw was on earlier doing this crash out thing, and I was also still like producing the show. I was still trying to put together things, so I decided to go on a little later tonight. Allow people to watch Bro Claude and then give them an opportunity to join me after. So that's why I went on a little bit later tonight. Skull Brain Nation, what's going on, Brody? He says, yo, Angel Reese plays winning basketball even when she's shooting it he says, yo, Angel Reese plays winning basketball even when she shooting it not a bad shot or layup. She just misses. But Cece does not play winning basketball on both sides of the ball. She is not a leader. That's a fact. I mean, I hate to say, but like, I guess the rest of the world is starting to catch up to what we already knew. But her fans are still holding on. That's what we're going to talk about a little bit today. We're going to talk about her shenanigans tonight. We're going to talk about her shenanigans the other night and how delusional some of her fans is because they continue to try to defend the silliness. No matter how much we say that, yo, we support Caitlin, we just want her to stop the BS. People just say we hating on her. We just want to see her hurt. They want to keep up the narrative of, that everybody's out to hurt her and she just this damsel in distress and blah, blah, blah. And I think she's playing into it. I mean, even tonight, I knew she was an actor. I've been calling her actor. I'm on record for calling her actor. You know what I mean? In my past few videos, but I've been knew she acted since college, but it's like the acting is getting worse. It's getting worse and worse. But I honestly, without no information, I kind of feel like somebody told her to do this. Like, I don't know who, but I think somebody want her to sell certain calls and she's just doing a bad job at it. I don't know. That's the feeling I'm getting because this kind of don't make a lot of sense what I'm seeing. But yeah, I agree with you, Skull Brain. Like I said, I see a lot of people piling in. We got a good show today, so make sure you guys hit the like button. I don't really want to get started until you guys get active though. So hit me in the comments. How's everybody doing today? Hit me in the not in the comments, excuse me, in the live chat. And once I start to see the live chat active, we could go through some of these topics I got. You know, I like to interact with my chat, so come in and greet me. Say hello, say something. You know what I'm saying? Let's get active. Let's get active. I don't like a shy chat. I don't like a shy chat. Hot Tracks was good. I dropped the link for you, Hot Tracks, if you want to come up to the panel again. I got some good topics. Hot Tracks says she should have gotten an offensive foul. She drove to the basket and pushed off, then got up limping. Yep. And then I don't know if you saw the press conference after Hot Track. That's why I said she's acting. She came up with a whole story that didn't happen in the press conference. We're gonna get into it. That's one of my topics. We're gonna get into it. As soon as I got an active chat, we're gonna get going. Let me drop the link for anybody who want to be a part of the panel. Anybody who want to share their opinion on the panel, you're more than welcome. Oops, I almost ended the stream. Almost hit the wrong button. Skullbrain Nation says, "Yo, Kelsey Mitchell leaving next season. She didn't even dap CC up at the end of the at the end. Yo, CC didn't even give Stephanie White 5. Like, I don't know if y'all noticing that. Like, that team seemed, you know, you had Ty Harris in the media every day. A Hot Track says it was a black man. What you mean by that? It was a black man. I don't know what that means. GB Chillin says, I think the thing with CC when it comes to the media is that they talk everything other than her actual game. Yeah, sounds about right. That sounds about right. Everybody run these likes up for me, please. Run. We're going to have a great show. Trust me, we're going to have a good show. We're going to have a good show, especially if I can get a good panel. If I could get a good panel like I did the other day, we're going to have a good show. We're going to have a good show regardless, because, you know, I don't mind just sharing my opinion if nobody want to come up to the panel, but I always like to hear people's opinions. So the link is in the chat. If you want to come up and share your opinion, click the link, and then I will invite you up to the chat. Everybody welcome my brother Hot Tracks to the panel. Hot Tracks, how you doing, brother?
What's good, bro?
Ain't not much. How you feeling? How was your day today?
I can't complain, man. It was cool.
Nice,
nice.
Hot. Yeah, it was hot today, right? Corey Nelly says, this game just exposed all of her flaws. Limited skill set, poor attitude, kind of slow mentally. Yeah, can't disagree with you. Gears the Truth says, Caitlyn should be embarrassed by her behavior. That's a fact. Y'all see the title. I don't know if y'all saw the title. I don't know if y'all saw the thumbnail, but
I hope somebody making a mixtape of all this bad conduct, because it's on nationwide TV.
Right. There you go. I was looking for it. Y'all see the title. That's the thumbnail of the video. You know what I'm saying? So I definitely agree with you. She definitely embarrassing. And like you said, this is being recorded on TV, so. GB Chillin says DT, Gino, and Cheryl Swoop said the same. Said that she's not ready for the physicality of the game, that she wasn't going to be dominant, how she was in Iowa. I don't know why her fans don't just embrace that or accept that. Like, she just not physically, you know what I mean? Like, she just can't play at this level. And not to say that she never can. Maybe she could go and, you know, do what she needed to do to work on her body to be better. But that's what it looks like. It looks like she just not athletic enough. to really play against these type of players. To your point the other day, Hot Tracks, about playing with, you know, the urban people or the, you know, black black girls coming to our neighborhoods playing against our type of athleticism. She probably never really had to deal with that. So now here she is playing on a level with athletic, grown, strong women, and the media is just trying to portray like that everybody wants to beat her up, like, you know, that everybody's trying to hurt her, that everybody is jealous, instead of just admitting the fact that maybe she can't handle it, because there's other white girls in the league and they playing fine, and everybody deals with the same type of physicality and they all playing fine. But when it comes to her, it's another story. You know what I mean? Skull Brain Nation says, I don't care. Not giving your coach a high five is disrespectful. That's a fact. Avoiding a five is crazy. And
the other day when they tried to deflect some of that attention off of her and put it on Asia Wilson by saying when she was at the podcast, and somebody said that, you know, it's a thing where when you go at the white players, and she said, I guess it's an unwritten rule, I don't know, and they made a big thing out of her being racist and all of that stuff about going hard against white players. You know,
she said that recently, or they pulled up an old video? I didn't hear that.
Yeah, this was like a day or two ago.
Okay.
They tried to make this a story after they played.
Yeah, they trying to make it a race thing, aren't you? When I hear about it, I'll probably do a show or video about it. Thank you for bringing that to my attention. I didn't even know that was happening.
Yeah,
that's crazy. GB Chillin says, I also think Cece doesn't know how to handle adversity. This is the first time in her life that she's dealing with adversity. Maybe, could be. So listen, since y'all jumped right into the topic, we got a good amount of people watching now. I got somebody on the panel. Like I said, if anybody else want to join the panel, I'll drop the link right now so you guys can give your opinion on the topics that we about. But I'm about to bring up the first topic as soon as I drop this link again. All right, there go the link in the chat. And let's this is why I said she was lying, Hot Tracks. I don't know if you seen this, but listen to what she say and pay attention to the video as she's talking, right?
Kelly, can you take me through that second quarter play with Stokes that made you upset?
Yeah, I got knee right in the quad. Like, that hurts. Like, the ref can't miss that. And then I have to play with a contusion in my leg the rest of the game. Like, it's ridiculous. Can't miss calls like that.
Did they give you an explanation right after when you...
She said I initiated the contact. Which is fine. You can't knee me in the leg, knock me over.
All right, in that video, you really can't see it, but I think I got another video. Hold on, let me see. Right here. You should, yeah. Now watch Kia Stokes' legs and watch Caitlyn legs. They're gonna show the replay in slow motion in a second. Y'all heard what she said, right? I'm gonna play the video again, but I want y'all to see this video too. But who doesn't get attacked? You can't walk up to the rep like that. Who doesn't get attacked in that situation? Did y'all see Kia Stokes' legs?
Yeah.
They never touch Caitlyn.
No.
And then she gets up limping. Then she walks to the back, all dramatic like, and she comes back. Right? You see the angle on her face.
Her teammates who are putting in real work and people that's on the bench who putting in real work trying to get time, they don't have time for all this stuff. They getting, you know, that's why they play so free when she's not in there.
Facts. Look at this Hot Tracks. This is ridiculous. I want to thank everybody for joining the chat. I see a bunch more people than came in. Do me a favor, hit the like button on the way in. If you're not subscribed to the channel, subscribe to the channel. This is the perspective of Brooklyn 80s, baby. We talk women's basketball over here. This is a pro Angel Reese channel, but we try to support all of the women, and we tell the news, but we a truth teller. We gonna tell the news as it is. And right now we talking about Caitlin Clark's it's not a no call because it wasn't a call. I mean, if anything, you could call it an offensive foul. She went to the, she pushed off and wanted a foul. She fell to the ground and then have a temper tantrum on the court like she did yesterday, or not yet. Was it not yesterday? The last time they played against the Aces, have a temper tantrum. It's like this is becoming a pattern now.
Right.
And like I said, I'm starting to think, Hot Tracks, that somebody, because we see Trump come out and support her, right?
Yeah.
And we see all of the news media outlets supporting her. Oh, the players voted her 11th. They must be hating, right? We see all the support for her and nobody else. I got a feeling that somebody somewhere, I don't know who, I don't know if it's Kathy, I don't know if it's Adam Silver, I don't know if it's the MAGA party, I don't know if it's somebody else that with power that she's affiliated with that's trying to push an agenda. But I feel like somebody told her to keep selling these calls because we're going to drive this narrative. We're going to use it. We're going to use this narrative for whatever their agenda is, right? Because to me, this don't make sense. She's been doing this since college, but it's like she's up the level now. It's like, she's almost trying to force a conversation, or she's trying to force something to happen, right? That's what it seemed like to me. I could be wrong, but that's just what this seems like to me when I see it. Because this just don't make sense. Like the type of acting she doing, you're not even getting touched, and we've seen this before. This ain't nothing new from her, but it's like it just really seems like an agenda for real, in my opinion.
Yeah, but now what's happening now is with her conduct, she's making a bad case for herself.
I agree.
You can't argue you're mistreated and you this fragile, innocent person, but you disrespecting your coach on nationwide TV, punching on tables and screaming in referees' face, using F-bombs on national TV. Like, you just can't do that.
Right. Let me play the video one more time. I want to make sure everybody heard what she said.
Caitlin, can you take me through that second quarter play with Stokes that made you upset?
Yeah, I got knee right in the quad. Like, that hurts. Like, the ref can't miss that. And then I have to play with a contusion in my leg the rest of the game. Like, it's ridiculous. Can't miss calls like that.
Did they give you an explanation right after when you...
She said I initiated the contact. Which is fine. You can't knee me in the leg, knock me over.
You heard that little inflection in her voice in the end? Don't that sound like a little kid that's trying to that done did something wrong, that's in trouble, and they trying to talk themselves out of trouble?
That's why I said it was a black man. They
What
like,
you mean
who did
explain-
it? Oh, it was a black man who did
Oh, okay, I get it. Okay. That's a fact. She's definitely that. You listen, that went over my head, so I know that went over a lot of other people's heads. She's doing the same thing in history, right? That's been plaguing us for a long time because people like her want to lie. So that's
See what they did to Rosewood?
You're absolutely right. You were absolutely right. I'm gonna play it one more
Can you take
time.
me through that second quarter play with Stokes that made you upset?
Yeah, I got knee right in the quad. Like, that hurts. Like, the ref can't miss that. And then I have to play with a contusion in my leg the rest of the game. Like, it's ridiculous. Can't miss calls like that.
Did they give you an explanation right after when you...
She said I initiated the contact. Which is fine. You can't knee me in the leg, knock me over.
I wanted to play it one more time because I'm about to play the video again. But see, I want it clear in everybody's heads what's happening here, right? So you see what she says to the media, and this shows you like she's been lying the whole time. It's just that sometimes when you have the right camera angle, or you know,
Right.
when the right situation happened and it's like hard to explain what happened, she gets away with it. But this is clear. But knowing her fans, I already know they're gonna have an excuse. You know the excuse they had for the last flop, right?
Yeah, it was a delayed reaction.
Yeah, but do you know why? Do you know why? You know why they saying it's a delayed reaction?
No, why?
I got you right now. I got you right there. Hold on, let me take this off the screen so you can see.
I guess it's how when Tank knocked Bull out
There you go.
with the body shot.
They saying, yo, her fans is in my comments crazy talking about, oh, you ain't see that was a liver shot. That was all of a sudden Chelsea Gray got Tank Davis power now. That was a liver shot. You ain't see how she hit it in the liver. They out there boxing now. You know what I'm saying? So I know once they get a time to think about it. Right now they can't think their way out of this one just yet. But soon we gonna hear the excuses. They're gonna be like, no, yeah, she did get kneed in the leg. they gonna find a way to you know what I mean?
That's crazy.
Facts. Let me see what the people. Let me put the video back up. Let me see what the people saying in the chat real quick. Melvin says, her A pushed off on that play. That's a fact. That's a fact. That should have been a foul on her, Melvin. Master Flopper. Talk about it. This is my name for her. I haven't called her this in a while, but this is the name I call her, Karen Clark. I feel you. I feel the same way you do, Melvin. I feel the same way you do. Listen, make sure everybody hit the like button for me. MSL says yes, Clark is self-destructing. That's a fact. That's a fact. How we get back to this? I didn't mean to put that back up. There we go. Says Clark is self-destructing. Melvin says that clown crazy. That's a fact. Definitive, what's up? Definitive says she needs Xanax ASAP. I ain't going into the chat. MSL says Looney Tunes. Definitive says she's a ticking time bomb, subject to implode. That's what it's looking. I'm starting to get the impression that Definitive that she's starting to realize that she's not built. Like we already said it, right? We are us as Angel Reese fans or core fan base already said that we could tell like she not built for this league. But I think she's starting to realize that. But I don't think her fans realize that. I don't think her fans know. And that's why her fans is going so hard because they still under the impression that she is the best, you know, she's better than everybody. But the more and more you watch her, the more and more, like what is this? This is all acting right here. This is all act. She never got hit in the leg. All this is acting. That running, that frailing up court. Like, come on, get out of here.
I'm still trying to see how you could knock somebody down if you're going backwards. Or
exactly.
Going backwards.
Right. She was going backwards. Going backwards and then never touched her, right? MSL says, yeah, she's connected, being propped up. Yep. Gears of Truth says, the biggest question, why wasn't she given a technical? Is she given the order to let, is the league given the order to let her abuse the refs after she claimed the refs need to be treated better? I mean, we seen that from the beginning of the season. You know, she is definitely, the refs is definitely under, don't, you know, unless it's egregious, I guess, don't make a call on Caitlin Clark. Which is why I'm kind of confused on why her fans be acting like she get treated so bad. Because do the refs miss calls on Caitlin Clark? Sure they do. They miss calls on everybody, right? But her fans be acting like, you know, like they treat her so bad. Caitlin Clark get away with murder. So it's like, how you, like, me as an Angel Reese fan, it's times where she get a call and I'm like, I bet she did that. You know what I mean? We accept it. Caitlin Clark fans don't want her to get they don't want her to get no calls, even if she deserve it.
I mean, the Caitlin Clark rule, this new rule they got with the stopping people from impeding motion and all that stuff. That's because of her. They cried so much about the rule,
right.
And now it's affecting them because they got a lot of calls against them.
Right. It backfired on her this year. She like, y'all not supposed to call out on me.
Right. That's why she jump up and be mad. Like, y'all should know the script. The script, you know what you're supposed to be doing. You know?
Right.
I think they just did a real good job of hiding her mental her being
mental illness,
unstable.
Yeah.
All this time. They did a good job, and now it's unraveling.
But see, my thing is, if what you're saying is true, and I do believe it to be true, right? Why would you pick, like, that just seemed like bad management. Why would you pick that person to be the face of the league, knowing at any point she could start unraveling? Like, that's just like bad for business. You get what I'm saying?
I think people didn't do their research. I don't think people really watched her before. Because you can't possibly miss that if you actually watched her.
Right.
I mean,
or listen, I'm gonna be honest with you, Brody. It's either that, maybe they missed it, or it could be something simple as they don't think it's a problem, right? One thing I've noticed today, I was watching a comedian, right? It's a white girl comedian that for whatever reason is on my algorithm right now, right? And her thing is she like to tell like racist jokes. She's a conservative, I guess, and she likes to like tell edgy jokes, right? And when I watch her, I'm like, it's people like watching her and they think what she's saying is so funny, but I'm looking, I'm like, oh, that's not really funny. Like, it's not offensive. Like, I'm not like, it's not, when I say it's not funny, it's not because, I'm mad at anything. It's not anything like that. It's just not funny, right? But to the audience and the people she's talking to, they think it's hilarious. And I'm like, and I thought about it. I'm like, why would they think it's so funny? And I think they think it's funny just because we think different, right? Like for them, racist stuff is hilarious, right?
Yeah.
And for me, it's like, okay, you know what I mean? And that's kind of like what I'm saying about Cece, because like when I see certain people, like even when you look at Trump, right? When you see people interview Trump supporters, they ask them questions and watch them give a dumb answer. Like they'll watch them on purpose. And then the supporters will be answering with so much confidence, but could be confused as hell. And then even sometimes they trip them up. They'll ask them a question and tell them, Kamala Harris said this. And then they'll be like, oh, that's trash. And they'll be like, oh, my bad, I meant Trump said it. And then they'll be like, they start fumbling over their words, right? So that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm getting from Caitlin. We look at her like, why would they pick somebody like this? Why is her But I think they're looking at it like, it's like, yeah, fight back. We love it. Yeah. Yeah.
That's the sentiment they have. Everything
exactly
justified.
Exactly. And I think that's what it is. They looking at it opposite from us. We looking at it like, damn, why she keep flopping like this? Well, why is this? Right. We looking at it like we don't want to see her hurt. Like we don't have no, but they're looking at it like, oh yeah, it's out to get you. Yeah, fight back. Fight, yeah, punch back. And they don't realize like she the really aggressive one. She the one that's hitting people and right, but they still looking at it like she a victim. They looking at it.
But you see the video when her brother said that she cracked his head open.
I think I did.
Stitches in his head.
I think I did remember hearing something like that.
They were trying to say she's so passionate over the game. This happened, but like that's crazy.
Yeah,
You got a
but I
lot of
think
comments coming through.
right, so, nah, but you ain't got to stop the conversation for the comments. If if you saying something interesting, the comments could wait. That's why I was listening to you. But
Yeah.
Jerio Batista, that's not Batista. Jerio Batitis says, "Are you a psychologist?" Oh, okay. I don't know why. That must be a Caitlyn fit. He must be getting mad. I don't know why you asked that question.
Well, I'm crazy, so I can recognize when somebody else crazy. How
Right,
about that?
right. But regardless of we recognizing that or not, we could also just have a conversation about it. You ain't got to be a psychologist to have a conversation. Definitive says, "Wow, this child is speaking crazy. Sh- she's like that woman on that movie Rosewood." That's what Track just said.
It was a nigga.
Jonathan Gonzalez says, Karen Crackhead Clark needs to shave off her big hair. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, he's
No,
probably
that
talking to
movie.
somebody in the chat because I see them going in. Okay. He's asking somebody in the chat if they're a psychologist, I guess.
Oh,
I
yo,
think anyway.
that movie funny because remember when the white guy was like, "How that nigga got a piano? I ain't even got a piano." I guess they talking about Asia Wilson because she rich.
Mm,
She grew up in a good home.
right. Adam Hurley says, Caitlyn crying is pathetic. Yeah, they arguing in the chat. I'm going to skip all that. Adam Hurley says, Caitlyn, the token white chick, and Lexi, the token blonde. Oh, they got two blondes on their team.
So what you think they're gonna be 7th or 8th place in the standings when it's all said and done? Because I think the first 8 teams are cemented.
What you think? So, how you think it's gonna play out from 1 through 8?
Let me look at the standings again.
I know the Ace is number 1 right now. Number 2 is the Lynx, unless they flip flop today. They might have flip flopped because the Aces just lost. Number 3 should be the Valkyrie. I'm not sure who far is off the top of my head. But yeah, they probably gonna be somewhere around 7 or 8. I mean, it's too early to tell because it's still half the season left. Who knows who's gonna go on a run?
Yeah,
So I don't want
to.
Right, injury. So it's really too early to really tell who's gonna be where. But if they continue playing the way they playing right now, then they'll probably be fighting to get into the playoffs.
Well, Seattle and Connecticut ain't going nowhere.
Derek Ablar, if I said your name correctly, he says her fans will say the video was edited by AI. You already should know that. And the funny thing is, they would say this is edited by AI, right? But the one of Alyssa Thomas was actually edited by AI, and they's too stupid to realize it. One of the guys in my comments was talking about how Alyssa Thomas was looking at Caitlyn while she was on her neck. I'm like, that was an AI video, right? That didn't really happen.
Yeah, when it was in real time, like I mean I seen that it was a little rough, but I didn't think like it was like, she need to get kicked out of the game or suspended.
Yeah, I didn't think it deserved that either. I just thought it deserved a call in a moment, and that was pretty much it. I didn't really think nothing of it.
I mean, I look at it the same way. Like when you taking a picture, your eyes are open most of the time, but sometimes the camera catch on your eyes are closed.
Right.
Like that split second, you know what I'm saying? And they took that split second where that girl this was balled up and ran with it. It's like crazy.
Exactly. Gario says, none of us have the answer to those questions, which just observers. I guess he meant we. We're just observers, man. That's it. I'm trying to see what his angle is. Uh, Jerio says, "Let me put my face on your throat." He must mean fist. You gotta take your time, brother. You just yeah, your autocorrect. Let me putting your face on his throat is crazy. But he must have meant fist. Let me put my fist on your throat and squeeze and put my knee on your privates. They say they stomp on you as I get up. He must have been then stomp on you as I get up. See if you feel anything.
Well, obviously she didn't, because she got up and was running back up and down the court.
Exactly. So, that's what I was about to say.
So what are we talking about? I guess that was a delayed reaction too, huh?
Facts.
Come on, man. You got the wrong one, bro.
John Reed says, it's called the I'm white and I say so BS. Love me some me. What up? Love me some me says, shame on Nike, State Farm, and Gatorade. That's funny. We should boycott them, right? Let me see what Gaz got to say. Gaz says, as a ref going forward, how do you call a tech on anybody who doesn't show that level of aggression towards a ref? It's suspicious. I mean, that's a fact. We already know that, because this ain't nothing new. She's been yelling at the refs like this for years, and it's like she gets away with it. But they feel like the WNBA feels like she brings in money, and they don't care how racist her fans is or how nasty her fans is. They prefer to have the fans over than having a good game.
That market is an untapped resource for the WNBA.
Right.
So they catering to them. It is more of them. So I mean, it is what it. I never forget we're in America. So
yep.
None of this don't surprise me.
Yep. Michael Eady says, all the Clark narratives are falling apart. Even their chats are revolting. The jig is up. He said the gig is up, but I said the jig is up. I'm too used to this Drake and Jay-Z stuff going on.
Clark could shoot 1 out of 20. They're going to find a reason and an excuse to justify it.
That's a fact. Definitive says, I agree, 80s. She shifted her focus from I want to do well in this league to I want to destroy this league since I'm going out bad. And she's willing to completely crash out to do it. That's a fact. Mm-hmm. It's either that definitive or what she's going to do is make it, because she probably just can't be honest and say, you know what? I'm not as good as y'all thought I was, and I'm going to walk away from the league. I'm going to just play golf for the rest of my life. She can't do that. So what she's going to do is she's going to act like she got taken out. Like, she's been getting beat up so much that she, they tossed, she tossed something and it's going to be somebody's, they're going to blame it on somebody. Like, it's going to be somebody's fault why Caitlin Clark ain't a part of the league, and they're going to blame, that person going to be the villain. They're going to blame that person forever for being jealous. And that's what they're going to do. You're going to see Stephen A on ESPN talking about, y'all had the cash cow and y'all couldn't accept it. Like, it's going to be one of them type of situations. And it's really just, she can't play in this league. It is what it is. She don't want to accept it. What's funny is, and we keep saying this, and I'm not trying to diss her fans right now. I'm really not. I'm just really being honest. But we told her fans for a long time she never been like that. Like she was never better than Angel. She was never better than Paige, right? She was never the best player. She's always what she is. She was always like a good player, a good, solid player, but never like the best. And she got her popularity, and everybody hyped her up. Right? They hyped her up. They propped her up on this pedestal, but she's falling back down to earth. And she's falling back down to earth. Again, I said it on a few shows ago. Diana Taurasi said it. Or I think I might have said it on a video I put out. But Diana Taurasi said it. She warned her. You know what I mean? And again, instead of people just being honest and keeping it real and saying that, when I say people, I'm talking about Candace Parker. I'm talking about Cheryl Miller. I'm talking about all the people. I'm talking about Nancy Lieberman, right? All the people that's in the media that's trying to make it something it's not, because I think the people that come watch me every day, right? And if you new here, hit the like button. If you're new in here right now, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. As you can see, we talk basketball in here, but we talk basketball from a fair standpoint, and we keep it 100. You get what I'm saying? But those people, for whatever reason, are trying to create some narrative that we don't like her. Like, I don't know if y'all could tell by coming into my channel. I don't give a F about Caitlyn. Like, it ain't like I look forward to her failing every day. Nah, if you do something like this, I'm gonna report it. It is what it is. But I'm gonna report if you do well too. If Caitlyn was in here having a hot week and she been killing, I'll be in here highlighting that. It is what it is. Like, I'm not a hater. I don't really care whether you're doing well or you're not doing well. But if you're doing stuff like this, I'm definitely highlighting it. You get what I'm saying? But I definitely don't want to see her hurt. That's not how I feel. I don't have a narrative against her. You know what I mean? But that's what they act like. They act like everybody's so jealous. If you don't like her, if she's not your favorite player, you jealous of her and all this, that, and the third. And then I'm a content creator and I'm able to say that with honesty. But what I don't like is they putting that on the players, right? They putting that, like, what they want the players to do. You can't even compete. You don't even want the players to be able to compete now, because what you want me to do? If I compete against you, I'm trying to hurt you. If I, you know what I mean? Like, if I'm just playing hard, trying to compete, trying to win a game, the narrative is I'm jealous of you and I don't like you and I'm trying to hurt you and I'm mad that you make all this money and I'm mad about that. Listen, is it somebody in the WNBA who may feel like that? I'm gonna say yes, right? Because out of a group of people, you might have somebody who really do feel like that. But the majority of them, I'm saying all of them feel like that, is crazy. Like, nobody, like, people don't walk around like thinking about somebody else. Like, maybe, again, and this analogy I use a lot, but I always say when somebody say something about you, that's how they really feel. That's the type of person they really are. So maybe that's the type of people they are. Maybe they haters. Maybe they jealous people. And so because they haters and jealous people, they think that everybody else is like that. But nah, people don't walk around thinking about what other people got, for real. A lot of people happy living their life. Right. You get what I'm saying? A bunch of these girls grow with a dream to play in the WNBA. Do they want things to be better? Of course. But do you think they're gonna be mad at somebody else that's winning? No, because what is that? If me and you in the same industry, right, and you raise the pay for all of us, why would I be mad? I'm like, nah, let's get this money. Right. But when we compete, we're going to compete. I'm not going to be out there letting you do what you want. They like, look at how they guarding her. Yes, they playing defense. Like, what you want them to do?
That's what I don't get. So my thing is, if your career average is 5.5 turnovers a game, why wouldn't I be on you knowing you're going to turn the ball over?
Exactly.
Like, come on.
And then that's hate. You understand that she got a bad handle, so you're gonna try to take the ball, but that's hate. You play physical defense. We all play physical defense before, right? If you ever play ball or somebody play physical defense on you, we know the difference between somebody who hacking and somebody who's just gonna play you tough. If somebody's playing you tough, they not, you might get bumped to hit. That's just basketball. That's sports. You might get bumped to hit, right? You keep it pushing. I'm gonna do a video soon showing Chelsea Gray going against Kelsey Plum. Same thing. Kelsey Plum is smaller than Caitlyn. Bumping her. Kelsey Plum not falling out, acting like she got hit in the liver. But Caitlyn will fall out, and that now is a narrative. Now it's got to be investigated and all this type of third. It's like, come on. You know what I mean?
But you see the elbows that AB throw. like in the paint. Like if you ain't never see nobody pass out from them, and those be worse.
Exactly. That's a great point. Gears of Truth says Trump supporters are highly uneducated, blind followers at his best. I mean, that's a fact. And Trump got a lot of supporters. So I'm not saying everybody who's a Trump supporter is like that, but obviously to Hot Track's point, it's a lot of Americans. It's a lot of white Americans, but there's a lot of Americans that's in these low income states, right? And let's just keep it real, low income, low educated, that's Trump supporters. And those people, when you put a mic in front of them,
it's over.
It's over. So I'm not saying everybody who's a Trump supporter is like that, but it's a lot of Americans that's like Trump supporters that just don't care. They just, you know what I mean? They just blindly say whatever, you know what I mean? And that's kind of how Caitlyn supporters are. A lot of, again, not saying all of them, there's a lot of intelligent Caitlyn supporters. But some of them, you could tell as soon as they open their mouth, it's like, oh, you an idiot. you just a racist idiot. You know what I'm saying?
Let me ask you a question, man. This is something that I believe. So right now we in the media age, social media, where everything goes viral or controversy, and because this is where we at, and racism it sells. I don't think that the WNBA blew up because of Caitlin Clark shooting logo threes and all. It was the controversy that brought people to the game. And then when people actually noticed the game, now people chose to either pick sides, run with a narrative or whatever they want to run with. And, some people look at other players. But I think it's more so technology that got the WNBA popping than actual Caitlin Clark play.
Right.
Angel Reese, like when she said is just as much as me as any, as her, I mean, that's true because, I don't think none of this would be happening if it wasn't for Angel Reese doing what she did to her.
Yes and no. So two spikes happened, right? So you read about one of them. You read about the second one that happened. So what happened was the thing that really made women's basketball blow up was NIL deals, right? Mm-hmm. Because that bought endorsements, so that bought exposure, right? We always like, what is this? Who is this? Right? These are people we never seen before, but now we see them and they doing their TikToks and stuff. So that was one. The other one is the third. I'm actually just thought about another one. And another one is the fact that, and correct me if I'm wrong, because again, I'm new to women's basketball. So I just dropped the link in the chat, by the way, for anybody else who want to come up here with me at Hot Tracks and have this conversation. But another thing is, and correct me if I'm wrong for the people who's been watching, but I believe that the NCAA tournament or the women's basketball season wasn't being televised before either, like the men's was. So that helped, right? Us being able to see what's going on, like we just didn't know. So now we see it. Now NIL deals is a thing. So now they got money and they blowing up and they they connected to these brands and they doing TikToks and commercials and different things like that. So now you're getting familiar with these players, right? So women's basketball really blew up from college. It ain't we say the WNBA because this is where they end up at, but they blew up in college, right? College is really what exposed women's basketball, not the WNBA. The WNBA ain't doing nothing but benefiting from it. But college is really what exposed women's basketball, right? So Angel Reese started to become a star. That's why we try to tell Caitlin Clark fans who's just because a lot of people and this is where I could. Well, no, because I was new to college too. I just got into the college game a year before the WNBA. But what I've noticed is a lot of people who watch the WNBA, not all, some people who watch the WNBA is also big college fans as well. But what I've noticed is since I've been here, I would say the majority of women's basketball or WNBA fans, I should say, aren't really college women's basketball fans. They don't really know the history. They just know from the rookie season, from whoever their favorite player rookie season up until now. That's what they know. They don't really know what happened in college, right?
Mhm.
Angel, CC fans don't even the ones who didn't watch college, the ones who pretty much know her from the WNBA, they don't know Angel was actually the bigger star. They think Caitlyn was a bigger star. They think Caitlyn always been more popular. No, Angel was always more popular than Caitlyn, right? And this brings up to your point. So now, when they get into their third season, Angel goes to LSU, right? Caitlyn is still at Iowa. Once that week come up of championship week, like the Final Four, whatever, it was either Elite Eight or Final Four. And that week, it might have been Elite Eight. And that week, that's when Caitlyn's star started to rise a little bit, and Angel started to rise even more. Because what happened was, again, this goes off of what you're saying, it was racial, right? Caitlyn beat South Carolina. Once Caitlyn beat South Carolina, a whole lot of people got a whole lot more. Caitlyn got popular, and we know why, right? So now she goes to the championship game, and a lot of people was watching that game to watch her be successful, right?
Put her fingers in people's face.
Right. So she could do all of that. And then when she loses and Angel do what she does, then all of a sudden, all those people who was happy that the white girl beat the black team in South Carolina thought that she was going to do the same thing to LSU. They all started to hate Angel. They all was like, oh my God, we hate her. She's hard to like. Look at it, you know what I mean? And that became a thing. And both of their popularity skyrocketed even more. So that's why I said it's what you said, but it was a spike before that. Before that game, it was also a spike. Because I came before the game, right? A lot of us came before the game, right? And then
Angel was a millionaire before that championship happened. She had endorsements already.
Right. And listen, we could go back to her second year. What a lot of people don't know is in Angel's this was her rookie year. In her rookie year, we could go back to her rookie year. What a lot of people don't know is she got injured in her rookie year, right? So in her rookie year, I forget how many games. She didn't play many games, maybe like 3 or 4 games she got hurt. When she got hurt, she had and this is where I'm not 100% sure of the facts, whether it was in her first season or her second season, but I know when she ended up getting hurt twice, right? But when she got hurt, that's when she started to doubt. She started to doubt herself and didn't want to play basketball anymore. She was thinking like, yo, should I do something else, right? And that's how her and her agent became cool. The agent she has now, they became cool because she said that she decided to double down on herself and said, I bet. I don't know if basketball is going to work out for me because of her injuries, right? She said, I don't know if basketball is going to work out for me. So what I'm going to do is create a career outside of basketball. And that's how she got famous. Like her story, her origin story shows how she was more popular than Caitlyn, right? Because Caitlyn was just playing basketball and nobody cared, right? Angel actually created a second career and said, you know what? If basketball doesn't work out for me, I can still go and do this. And this is what we see. What we seeing now from Angel off the court is her second career that she started to create for herself at that point. You get what I'm saying? And then she started to build her brands, and then with NIL and everything, she started to build her brand. She got healthy, and then she reinvented her game, right? Because she had to come back and still be a dominant player, which she was. You know what I mean? So that's why she was more famous than Caitlyn, because she actually worked on it, and she actually worked on herself outside of basketball. Whereas with Caitlyn started to get noticed by ESPN because of the play she was doing, and that might have been in her second year or third year, probably in her third year really, where she started to get a lot more notoriety from the outlets, ESPN, Stephen A. Smith, and all that. Because that's when I first heard about Caitlyn. Caitlyn was like, "Oh, the white girl in Iowa, you ain't know she's shooting." Blah blah blah. I started to hear Stephen A. talk about her a little bit. So, once he started to talk about her, and she started to, every season she got better and better and better, right? And obviously Paige got hurt, all of the things. So it was like a perfect storm for Cece to start to build her stardom, right? But Angel stardom was just bigger. Angel stardom was bigger, and then like you said, once that game happened, then the racist fans came into it. Then a whole bunch of, you know what I mean? But it started with the South Carolina game, right? Once she played South Carolina, because I think that team was undefeated up until that point. South Carolina was undefeated, so nobody thought Iowa was going to beat South Carolina.
Right.
Upset. But when she did, her stock skyrocketed. Now there's a whole bunch of people listening, like, yeah, right, he's lying, this BS. It's a guy on YouTube, I forget his name right now. He got a video about everything I'm saying. It's a video. He did a video, and he's a guy. Y'all probably seen him recently because he did a video on Caitlin Clark and Alyssa Thomas, right? He's a white guy. He does like racist people. He calls out racist people, right? So it was somebody in Alyssa Thomas comments who said something racist, and he went to the comments and exposed them. I don't know if y'all saw that video floating around social media. I forget his name. But anyway, he also has this video that I'm talking about that depicts everything I'm saying. So for the people who think is a lie and think it's BS, Caitlin Clark popularity grew after she beat South Carolina, and then her stock rose after that.
Yeah. So and that's why I was saying, like, they're in the right. They just came along at the right place at the right time, because what helped launch this a lot more is the social media aspect, because even people that don't even like basketball was tuned in to this because of the controversy and all of that kind of stuff. It's like you remember with the damn Popeye's chicken sandwich. That John bet was around for a long time. Then his social media went viral, and then everybody jumped on it. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. And that's kind of like some of what happened, I think, with this too, as far as the popularity, along with everything else. I think it was a big part of it too.
All right, so I'm gonna switch the topic now back to the first game against the Aces. I want to know what you guys think about the excuse or the reason that that the Clarkies coming up with, saying that everybody missed that Caitlin Clark got hit in the liver, and that's why it was a delayed reaction. What's you guys' thoughts on that? Some me says top 3 out of high school was Angel, Boston, Paige. Caitlin became noticed at Iowa, UConn, and other top programs didn't want her. Gino talks about it. That's a fact.
Man, I mean, if they want to praise a white girl, they should be praising
Paige Beckers.
Whatchamacallit? From New York,
Sabrina
Stewart.
Brianna. Oh,
because
yeah.
She won. Brianna Stewart won 3 championships in high school, 4 in college, and 3 in the WNBA.
Yeah, but there's a reason why they not. You know why.
Yep.
You know why. You know what I mean? Elder Frank Edwards says, "Yeah, she's checking out. She can't handle professional basketball. She don't have the temperament nor the physical for this league. Angel was #1 high school recruit. You right."
Yeah, I think Clark don't know how to handle things, because if she just fall back, buy into the system that she's a part of right now and all that, because she can still be herself, when it's needed.
Right.
And just be effective, because she still put up numbers. Like, all she gotta do is get a little more efficient, because she still put up numbers. Like, she's still averaging 19 a game.
You know, it's funny, love me some me. It's not just Olivia though. There's a few people they thought Caitlyn was, right? Like again, Paige should be getting a lot more recognition, right? Like from what I'm seeing from Caitlyn, they could be giving that love to Paige. They could be giving that love to Olivia. They could be giving that love to Juju, right? There's a lot of people who deserve the credit that they trying to give to Caitlyn. And it's not to say Caitlyn don't deserve no credit, because again, I think Caitlyn is a great player, right? I think she's one of the top players in this league. I just don't think she's the greatest or the best. So what, you know what I mean? I don't think she, and to your point, if she just comes out and play her game, it'd be no problems.
But it's she already got the fans' favor and all that. Like, she just need to act right.
Facts. LRG says, we mad. Listen, I dropped the link. You could definitely come up here and speak your opinion, bro. Like, this is just a conversation. Sports with Dre, Dre Day podcast. What's up, Brody? Dre Day says, Paige was 1, Angel was 2. That's a fact.
That's a fact.
That's a fact. LRG says, nobody wants to watch Olivia or Paige or Angel. They can't even sell out their own arenas. That's not true. Actually, if you really pay attention, and I got a picture, I could prove it. Caitlyn just played someplace. Oh, no, that was college. I got to, everybody act like Caitlyn always sells stuff out. Caitlyn don't sell out her arenas, bro. Caitlyn don't always sell it out. That's propaganda, Brody. And, Angel's way more popular than Paige. I mean, popular than Angel. Paige has her own fans, as you know, in her own right. She's right up there with them. Olivia, I'm not so sure about as far as like popularity goes, but the more and more people who watch Olivia, the more and more fans she's gonna get, Brody. It's just a fact. There's nothing to be upset about. Let me drop the link because I see more people in there. Somebody might want to come up and share their opinion.
A lot of people don't know. I mean, well, they don't want to like kind of say it, but you know, I think almost half of the WNBA is selling out games now.
Yeah, and we just seen what Paige did in Toronto, right? And that was, excuse me, not even Toronto. That was in British Columbia, right? So they just had to. So
what you got? You got Vegas, New York. Both of the new team, you know, the new expansions, the Valkyries, even whatchamacallit sell out a lot of games. The new team, which one? What is it? Toronto.
Yeah, Toronto and Portland. Love me
like
some me
4 or
says
5 right there that be selling games out. They might not sell every single game, but a lot of their games be sold out.
That's a fact. Love me some me says when Juju and Hannah arrive, CC time is over. especially with the way Hannah played defense, right? They're gonna really be upset. That's a fact. This
goes back to what you were saying about the money and all that. You know, now they getting them players signed up and everything in college and stuff, and them contracts and that money is transitioning to the league where they still gonna keep getting exposure. So those endorsements going to be getting bigger and bigger.
Yep. And like I said this on another show a few days ago, but a lot of people thought, that this was just a Angel, Caitlyn, Paige thing. I'm like, nah, like it's a lot of these girls coming up. It's and it's weird because I don't want to say like before them it wasn't talent coming into the league. I'm sure the girls was talented coming into the league. Maybe they changed their strategy or what. And because the one thing I don't like about the WNBA that they switching up a little bit now, or at least from what I noticed, the people who've been around correct me if I'm wrong, but it seemed like the WNBA prefers experience over young talent, right? So if you're an experienced player, then you're gonna get the minutes first, right? They want people who knows how to play the role, who knows how to fit the system, and experienced players. But the NBA is totally different. The NBA goes with their young players. Like if you bring in a young star, whoever your older vet is, they got to move over, right? If you bring, and I'm talking about a star, not just any young rookie. I'm talking about somebody who's supposed to be Like AJ DeBonsa is not coming into play behind no vets. You get what I'm saying? But in the
Right.
WNBA, it seemed like they do that a lot. But it seemed like that's changing, and that's good because a lot of these young girls coming up are nice. Like it's almost like class after class right now. And again, I don't want to sound ignorant because I haven't been around, so maybe it's been like this. But it seemed like right now, from what I could see, from what I could tell, that the women's basketball in general is going through a real hot time of bringing in really talented people, right? You look at Sarah Strong. Sarah Strong is like she don't, even though she's 6'2", she's not gonna be the biggest player on the next level, but her skill set, able to handle the ball, able to play on the perimeter, she seemed like she's gonna be a problem on the next level, right? Juju seemed like she's gonna be a problem on the next level. Hannah's kind of small, 5'6", but still the way she plays, I don't think she's gonna have an issue on the next level with her size. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then you got some other names that people not even talking about, like Charlotte Swartz from Toronto, the white girl. She nice, right? When she come into the WNBA, you got the girl out there, and damn, I always forget her name and the team she played for, but it'd be like the leading scorer. I forget her name. It's slipping my mind right now. The one Hannah knocked out in the tournament, the point guard. Y'all know who I'm talking about. But anyway. Yeah. It's a lot of talent coming into the game right now. And, to love me some meat point, if they worried about Caitlin now, what they gonna do?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So over the next few years, the WNBA is gonna filter out a lot of people too. Like a lot of the older people that, they're making room for the younger folks.
Yeah, but they also expanding though, so they also gonna have more teams too.
Because all the money that's involved right now, the salaries done went up. These teams ain't gonna want to pay some of these players $300,000. They was cool with paying them 50, 60. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'm waiting till the Philly team comes so I could start going to them games.
Yeah. That's gonna be dope. Because Philly already showed out for Unrivaled. I came out for that. So you already know that Philly waiting for their team.
And we're gonna have a new stadium too.
It's a fact. Let's see what LRG gotta say. He crashing out. LRG crashing out in the chat. CC last 2 games over the weekend against the Sparks and Aces got 1.5 million, 2.5 million views, both record setting viewership. Olivia nor Paige can pull those numbers. Nobody is saying that. Everybody know Caitlin is popular, bro, and that don't make anybody mad. If you in a wrong chat, if you think somebody like we hating on Caitlin over here, all we doing is telling the truth about her. Everything anybody say about her over here is facts. So what's facts? Shout out to my boy Sports with Dre Day. I gotta highlight him for a second because he did the work. Apparently, according to Sports with Dre Ray's reporting, Chelsea Gray got a racist DM, right?
Yeah.
And luckily they found the guy, they exposed the guy, so hopefully he loses his job and everything like that. But
he did.
But my point is, these are Caitlyn fans that's doing this type of stuff, and nobody is saying Caitlyn is responsible for her fans. But at the same time, you got to let people know where you stand. Your voice matters. Your voice matters. And if these are your followers acting like this, you gotta you got to start policing your own followers and let them know, like, yo, these are my comrades. Like, these are people that I like, that y'all doing this to. You got to let them know, like, these are not my enemies. These are my opponents, yes, but these are not my enemies, right? So that's 1. 2, everything she do in the game, right? Like that's just like manipulating the game, and that's dishonorable in the game with the way she's playing and how she's treating other people. So it's like we holding her accountable for the flops. We holding her accountable for the complaining. We holding her accountable for how she's yelling at the refs. We hold her accountable for things like that. That's just truth. But as far as her being popular and having viewerships, great, bro. Like, don't know about okay. She
That's
got those
just more
viewerships.
people to see that ass get whooped on nationwide TV.
That
That's all.
and that too, that too. And then the last part of your statement is a blatant lie, though. To say that Paige and Olivia can't do it is not true. Paige already did it, and I'm sure Olivia is doing it too. You know, I mean, I haven't been watching her. I don't know what her numbers is like, but anybody who watch Olivia is a fan. You're gonna be a fan of basketball, even if she's not your favorite player. You're gonna be a fan of Olivia if you're a fan of basketball. So with your last part of your statement is not true. And like I said, the middle part of your statement, don't nobody care. Like, okay, she's viewed. We know she's popular. That's the point. Most of these people who's watching her, probably including yourself, are racist. That's a fact. Like, it is what it is. You get what I'm saying? But nobody, with all that said, don't nobody hate Caitlyn. Nobody want to see her downfall or none of that. Like, she deserves. I'm real big on, and this is how I feel about everybody, including myself. I'm real big on what's for you is for you. And that's it. So that's why I don't hate on people, because whatever's for me is for me. Whatever's for you is for you. Whatever's for Caitlyn is for Caitlyn. That's cool, bro. But yeah, we're gonna tell the truth about her. The question is, can you tell the truth about her? LRG, can you tell the truth? Or you a standout fan and she can't do no wrong in your eyes and you can't let me know. Tell me if you a simp or not. Tell me if you a simp. You one of them people that just, you don't got no backbone? Like, tell me who you are.
Boyd think that she got the win knocked out of her for real.
Right.
And he also think that they missed the call earlier.
Exactly.
The refs cheated her.
Let me says, yeah, Brody, my bad.
No, go ahead.
Let me says, Fever selling tickets for $6. Sells it down. That's a fact. Falling Fire too. That's a fact.
They're not going to say that though.
LRG says the fans boycotting their trash coach Stephanie White and management. Stephanie White, see, that's what I'm talking about. Y'all, you don't know basketball, bro. You might not like her coaching style, but she's not a bad coach, bro. You can't just say that.
Stephanie White got the Fever looking scary,
right?
At times,
right.
When Caitlin Clark not in there, they looking scary.
The fact that the fact that Stephanie White is able to win with or without Caitlin Clark shows how good of a coach she is. She could win with or without her. That shows it right there. Come on now. Can you tell the truth? Can you tell the truth, LRG? Or you just gonna be in your feelings? You could be. Listen, I'm not here to tell nobody how to be a fan. If you want to be in your feelings, you could be in your feelings. When people come in my chat, I always try to teach people how to be smarter fans. So I would like to help you be a smarter fan. But if you want to be in your feelings and crying and be a victim and all these things, knock yourself out, Brody.
Man, take it, man. Take the advice, man. He done checked me a couple times. Shit.
But you see, it's always out of love. I tell people all the time, whenever, like, if I disagree with you, it's not because I'm trying to, like, beef with you or battle you or whatever. It's literally just trying to give you a different perspective and a way to look at things, right? That's one. Number two, I'm cool with being wrong as well. Just because I say it don't mean it's right? I'm cool with being wrong. Right. And then number three, like I said, if we're going to place blame on people, let's make sure we placing blame on the right people. Let's not just place blame. Like, that's why I'm telling him, you can't, like, cool, you could say you don't like something that the Fever's doing, but don't say Stephanie White is a bad coach. That's just a lie. But you can say, yo, I don't like what Stephanie White is doing, I would do. You could say that. But to say she a bad coach is like, come on. So you see, I keep the same energy, because if they do that to Carl, I'm going to say the same thing. I'm going to be like, if we're going to blame Carl, let's blame Carl for something he deserved. Like, don't just blame Carl because you mad at something and you don't even know what you're mad at. So it's like, Stephanie White a good coach. That's a fact. Like, just because you a CC fan, don't start lying.
Stephanie White eliminated the Fever by sweep.
That's a fact.
In the first round.
They want to forget about that.
Then came here and took them to the semifinals. You can't say nothing about that.
That's a fact. Coaching. That's a fact.
Without Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark been on the Fever for 3 years. And they've had more success with Stephanie White than they did without her. I mean, with her than without her.
Hold on, this sounds racist. LRG said Juju isn't healthy and will be pregnant by her rookie. Why would you say that, bro? Like, why? Like, that's crazy. Yeah. I'm done with you. I'm done with you. See, once you cross the line, done. Because it's just like
Man, look at this.
that just sounds like hate to me. That just sounds like a whole bunch of hatred. I'm gonna leave it up to my moms what happened with you at this point. I'm done with you. When it was basketball, I don't care who disagree with me.
Look, man, he's a devil, man. He crashing out now.
And one thing about New Yorkers, bro, and I could say this about anybody from a city like Philly, like Chicago, like LA, right? When you come from certain types of cities, Atlanta, the list goes on and on. When you come from certain types of cities where it's a lot of people that swindling, you could see a swindler from a mile away, right? You don't have to actually say something racist for me to be like, nah, dog, like something funny about you. You just I don't know. You just made me look at you funny with that little statement, LRG. I don't know. Maybe he was trying to be funny. Maybe it was a joke that didn't translate well. But I don't know. I'm off you now.
He couldn't help himself, man.
Right. Listen. I like interacting with people who have different opinions than me. It ain't all about me and how I feel. So I was trying to interact with him and see his point of view. But once you cross the line, it's over for you, Brody. Like. You bugging. Why would you that's a young lady, that's somebody's daughter. That's a young lady that's in college that's taking care of herself, that's a role model for people, and you just gonna just wish her to just get pregnant, get knocked up, and you know what I mean? Like that's crazy. Like, what's wrong with you? Who even thinks like that about these are girls coming out of college. Why would you even think like that? You a hater, bro. And you a man thinking like that, which shows me you a weak dude. Like, I don't want to curse on here, but you a weak male. Like, you weak, bro. You get what I'm saying? Like, who talks like that about these young girls? Like, that's like, even Caitlyn, you see me, I'm an Angel fan. This is a pro Angel chat. You see, I'm in here. I will critique Caitlyn, but I would try my best not to disrespect her. It's a line I won't cross. She's a young lady. You get what I'm saying? She's a woman. She's a young lady. At the end of the day, I'm not going to disrespect Caitlyn or anybody else. I'm not going to do that. These are women. And these are, you know what I mean? So for you to say that, you just lost my respect, Brody.
Well, his picture, he's a devil. You see the picture?
Well, I didn't even see the picture. Well, listen, I spot devils. I ain't even need to see the picture to spot it. So, listen, like I said, he in the hands of my minds at this point. But Tate says, I need your help. I don't know what OAN means. OAN, or maybe she's talking to somebody in the chat. She said, it looks like Hannah has signed with Reebok, a signature athlete. And now, I love that. And I was saying that, bro. I don't know if this is gonna happen, but yo, Tay, if that happens, that's so dope, because I was saying that Shaq has his bigs, right? He has Angel. He has he just signed the girl that Lauren Betts. He has Angel. He has Lauren Betts, and I think he might. Oh, he also got Dejanay, and then I believe Lexi Brown. I think Lexi Brown too.
Yeah.
Those are all Reebok. But I was saying AI need to get his, and he need to get these guards. And I was saying Hannah is one. That'd be dope, Hannah. I was saying Kennedy Carter's another one. That'd be dope. We'll see what happens with that. If anybody could relate to Kennedy, it's AI. So that'd be perfect. That'd be a perfect match. I was saying Keomi McMillan would be dope for AI. And then my girl what's her name? Her name slipping my mind. She played for the Florida Gators last year. She moved on. I forget what team she went to this year. But the point guard, she nice. She played with Shaq's daughter last year in Florida. I can't think of her name right now. But those four, I was like, AI should grab them. AI should grab those four. So that's dope. That's dope news.
Hey, Brooklyn, you old enough to remember the 5411s?
5411s. Is that
the Reebok Jones, the Reebok Classics? I
think I probably need to see them. I need to see them.
To buy their shorties, them Jones.
Okay.
5411 for y'all because y'all got tax on sneakers and all that.
Okay.
That's why they used to call them that.
Okay. I probably know them if I see them. I'm a sneakerhead, but not like that. Like,
they used to come in all colors.
Got you. Yeah, if I see it, I'm gonna know what you're talking about, because I already got an idea in my head of what you're talking about. Sports with Dre Day says, stop talking about viewership. That's all you got. That's all y'all got to say. None of that equal to winning. That's a fact.
That's
That's
all
a
they talk
fact.
about when it comes to her. You notice it's never a basketball conversation. There's always jealous or
Viewership
viewership
or
or
jersey sales or you know what I
racism or something.
mean? Yeah. Definitive says Clarky's going to hate Hidalgo after she put clamps on professional Caitlyn. Yeah.
But you
What's the
see
best?
how they keeping what's up with Raymond Johnson over
Thank you, sports. Malaysia Blakes. I mean, Michaela Blakes. That's who I was talking about. Yeah, when she get in the league, bro, they even comparing her to Caitlyn now. But she actually got game though. Like she actually nice. You get what I'm saying? So at Vanderbilt, yeah. Yeah, when she get in the league, I think she got another 2 years. Her old teammate and I was mad that they left, but Camille Pierre, she went to NC State. I think she come out next year too, if I'm not mistaken. Or this year, this year too. Sports with Dre says all those records she broke, and what else has she accomplished? This ish is empty calories, gang. Talk to us when she winning something. Your God is spoil you for your God is a spoil you effing brat that's entitled. That's a fact. That's a fact. I want to know, hey, Grady, I want to know how many times a day do they pray to
her.
Love Me Some Me says, talking to LRG, you going hard for Caitlyn. It depends on who the Fever play. Dream Aces sell out State Farm Arena all the time. Overall, Fever tickets aren't selling that good. Caitlyn fans boycotting. Caitlyn lose fans every day because it's weird because, you know, her cult following, they're going to follow her regardless, but a lot of people is getting turned off to her attitude, bro. It's not even her game. It's how she acts. It's like how she treat people. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah. So why was they letting Chen just run through the middle? She scored like 15 straight points on their heads.
I don't know. She do that a lot though. She did that to us too. Like she's sneaky. She real sneaky.
I was like, yo.
She's sneaky and fast. She crafty. Jonathan Gonzalez. Yeah, that's a fact. Jonathan Gonzalez says definitive. They are already talking in Olivia and hating on her since she's having a way better season than Caitlyn. Heck, she's breaking some records. She's breaking from some of Caitlyn Clark records right now. That's a fact. For the people who missed it, I'm gonna play a press conference again. I want to hear you guys' thoughts. I want to hear you guys' thoughts on a press conference.
Caitlyn, can you take me through that second quarter play with Stokes that made you upset?
Yeah, I got knee
Not
right in
back?
the quad. Like that hurts. Like the ref can't miss that, and then I have to play with a contusion in my leg the rest of the game. Like it's ridiculous. Can't miss calls like that.
Did they give you an explanation right after when you?
She said I initiated the contact, which is fine. You can't knee me in the leg, knock me over.
I'm gonna play it one more time for y'all.
Caitlyn, can you take me through that second quarter play with Stokes that made you upset?
Yeah, I got knee
Not
right in
back?
the quad. Like that hurts. Like the ref can't miss that, and then I have to play with a contusion in my leg the rest of the game. Like it's ridiculous. Can't miss calls like that.
Did they give you an explanation right after when you?
She said I initiated the contact, which is fine. You can't knee me in the leg, knock me over.
And this is the actual play, so everybody can see she didn't get kneed at all. There was no knee. So all this is acting. LRG don't want to answer for this. He don't want to answer that there's no knee, but she doing all this theatrics acting. Sports with Race. He says, pray to her before you go to bed tonight. That's a fact. Look, tell me if y'all see the knee. Tell me if y'all see the contusion. The contusion to the knee. And I guess you don't understand. Yes, you can't initiate the contact. If first of all, it was no contact, there was no knee. But if it was a knee and you initiated, yes, there's no foul. You can't call that.
Right.
Legs never touch. Legs never touch. We all saw the play. Come on now. But guess what, Dre? Nobody is gonna call her out for lying in the media. Nobody is. If that was Angel and Angel lied, oh, it'd be front page news. Angel lies. No, nobody's gonna call her out on one of these main media channels. Is they're just gonna let this go away, and nobody's gonna call out for this behavior. But guess what? We will. Jonathan says it's not a cult following when Caitlyn fan base is an actual cult. This sick demonic bastard has proven that. Antonio Barker says it was an offensive foul and the referee didn't call it, and she should have been happy that referee didn't call the offensive foul. That's a fact. Antonio Baker says if all the people say that they physical with her, the Pistons was physical with Michael Jordan. He didn't cry and say, please stop. He beat Bill Lambert ASS. Antonio Baker says, I'm just noticing a trend. I don't watch the games, but it's always her getting in an altercation with a black person. She just yelled at a black referee tonight, and I'm just getting tired of her bull. I'm gonna be honest with you. It's not just black people. She get into it with everybody. She get into it with all of the rest, black or white. She get into it with all the players. Now, with the players, the majority of them is black. So the majority of people she's going to get into it was black. But she get into it with some white players. Her favorite player to get into it with is J.C. Sheldon. I don't know if y'all familiar with J.C. Sheldon, but she's better than J.C. Sheldon, right? J.C. Sheldon is a white girl. And so she likes people like that because she could bully them. She likes people. There you go. She liked people she could bully, and that's what she used to. And that's what she was doing in college. She was bullying people, and she can't do that in the pros. So that's why you see her just falling down, acting like she's a victim because she can't bully nobody.
Right.
As far as the refs go, I've seen her yell at the white refs too. She yell at the white male refs, the white female refs. She also yell at the black refs. So, I'm a truth teller. I'm gonna be honest. I ain't gonna create no narrative. No narrative. If she was just yelling at the black ones, I would say it. She does it to everybody. It's just that the majority of the league is black, so most of the altercations is going to come from being, from the black ones. But coaches, I'm not sure what the demographic is as far as mostly one way. But she yells at the white coaches too. I mean, not coaches. Excuse me. She yells at the white refs as well. You could find videos and pictures online of her yelling at white refs. Sports Dre says morning, lunch, and dinner. That's a fact. Antonio Baker says Clark is the female LeBron James. That's all they care about. She is not the female LeBron James. She is the female Trae Young. She is the female Trae Young, Brody. Jonathan Gonzalez says Olivia Miles is also the Clarkies' next target to dish out their hate like Angel. First of all, nobody get hate like Angel. Angel's she's their number one target. That just is what it is. But what they do is anybody who could possibly be better than Caitlyn, they start to hate on them early. They get the hate out early. So that's why they don't like Juju, because they're afraid. They don't like Olivia because Olivia's playing well. Right? Look at Raven. If Raven, I'm trying to tell people she's better than y'all think. She's just on that bench over there. If Raven was on another team and she was able to play, she'll look good.
That's why I don't understand what's going on with her. Like they fumbling.
Yeah.
They got
Like
a player cheap.
a good comp for Raven, and I'm not saying she'll be this good or even bad. She might be better, but a good person to look at where she could have possibly grew into is like a Veronica Burton. Look at what Veronica Burton is doing on Golden State, right? She's a defensive solid player, running that offense and playing all-star like, right? Raven could have that type of trajectory had she had her own team, but it is what it is. Jonathan Gonzalez says, "Oh, in Brooklyn, that dude, a CC fan. So, what do you expect? Remember, a CC fan got fired from his Hilton job for sending a racist text message." That's what I'm saying. Like, to your point, Jonathan, we don't know what CC fan, because I'm too aware. Let's say that I'm too aware to know that all CC fans and ain't like that dude, but most of them are, right? And I don't want to. The ones who happen, like for instance, I don't know where he's been. Hopefully he's doing well. But Chris, some of y'all might be familiar with Chris, but Chris, who's a part of this community, super cool CC fan, super cool, and he be in here all the time. The ones that's cool, I don't want to alienate them. You know what I mean? It's a small community. There's a group of CC fans who's cool, even though I disagree with them, and we on different sides as far as who our favorite is. As long as you cool and you keep it basketball, you cool with me. But like I said, the majority of them are from that fan base or from that group who just hate black women, black people, right? Like that's who they are, and they show their face every chance they get. And once you show yourself and once we recognize that's who you are, of course you're gonna get treated accordingly. But I don't want to say and act like the whole fan base is like that. Like it's some people that's all cool and that's just here for basketball. So they cool with me. Those CC fans is cool with me. But the ones that's racist or the ones that want to promote an agenda or the ones who can't keep it real, the ones that's not honest about her, I can't rock with none of y'all. You know what I'm saying?
I put that tank clip in the chat.
Oh yeah, I know. Copy? Yeah, I already got that.
Oh, you can copy? Okay.
That's for another show. That's for another show. But I already got that copied and clipped up, Brody.
All right.
I could play it right now. Y'all want to see it? Y'all want to see the tape clip? Put some ones in the chat. I show it right now, but I plan on doing a video for that. I was gonna do a short. That's why I ain't put it. I'm gonna be honest with you. That boxing is like that's all part of a video I'm doing. That's actually my thumbnail. I could give y'all a preview. I could give y'all a preview if y'all want to see it. If not, y'all just see it when I do the video. Sports with Dre says that's 2 times Kia Stokes played fanatic defense on Caitlin Clark. She had 2 hilarious crash outs. Definitive One says, I think the W should let her fans vote on the 3-point contest participants. Make CZ. You want to get exposed? Make CZ get in it. Love Me Some Me says, I'm sorry, but Caitlin has big. That's a fact. Karen Clark. That's what I call her. I'm sorry, but Caitlin has big Karen energy. She's not mentally stable enough to play with grown women. She's like a kid and doesn't know what body part to grab after every play. That's a fact.
What body part to grab?
That's a fact. Michelle Smith says they have history from college. That's a fact. Definitely her and J.C. Sheldon go back to college. Definitive says, my fault, fans should vote on the 3-point contest participants. Instead of the All-Star game starters, I want CeCe to prove she got the guts to even try. I ain't gonna lie. One thing I give to CeCe, she could shoot, though. She could definitely shoot. Like, I'm just talking about just watching her, like, even in practice or whatever. That's the one thing she can do. Now, can she do it with defense on? Like, you know what I mean? Like, we see the percentages, but as far as like being left alone, she got it. She got a nice form. She can shoot. But I'm with you. I would love to see her in the contest. Sports with Dre Day says she can't bully me. That's a fact. She can't bully Marina Mabry, but Marina Mabry be bullying her though. The funny thing is, I just spoke about this on the last live, Dre. I said it's crazy because we were talking about Kennedy Carter, right? And I was saying that Kennedy Carter bumped her, and everybody was acting like Kennedy Carter needed to be kicked out of the league. But I said Marina Mabry bumped her too, knocked it down. I was like, that one was even worse because she wasn't even arguing with Marina. She was arguing with J.C. Sheldon. So she didn't even know the Marina hit was coming. So that one could have actually hurt her, opposed to the Kennedy Carter one where she knew what was going on because she actually antagonized it first on the other end. But nobody, you know what I mean? Nobody saying nothing about the Marina Mabry bump. Everybody cared about the Kennedy Carter bump. But to your point, she can't bully Marina. Marina be bullying her. Definitive says Clark don't know the rules. Antonio Baker says, thank you for the information. I don't watch because they always make her out to be the victim. And that's why I don't watch the WNBA. I used to watch in the 90s when the comments is coming back next year. So maybe you want to start watching again. I will say, listen, I'm going to be honest with you. And this is my personal opinion. Everybody can give theirs if they want. But from my personal opinion, I've been here. Well, not necessarily with the W, but I've been watching women's basketball since 2023. I enjoy the game so far. I feel like I'm going to be here for a while, right? I'm a fan. But the reason why I'm saying I feel like is because the things that's turning me off about women's basketball are the things that we talking about now, like the racism, you know, the things that's the groups, the click. I don't like the groups, the clickiness, like you an Angel Reese fan, so because you an Angel Reese fan, you gotta have beef with other people. You a Caitlin Clark fan, you gotta have beef. You a Asia Wilson fan, you gotta have beef. You a OG WNBA fan, so now you don't like the new. You know what I mean? Like all that clicky stuff annoys the shit out of me. So that might make me say, you know what, I'm good. I don't want to deal with this. Right now, I'm still enjoying it. I'm still here, but that's what I don't like about the WNBA. Like the fact that we can't just have basketball. For instance, I'm a Jordan guy, right? And you got certain people that's LeBron guys, that's cool. You got people that's Kobe guys, whatever, right? At the end of the day, we could argue about it, but when it's over, we still gonna be fans of basketball. Ain't nobody gonna feel like, yo, you a LeBron fan? F you, right? Like it ain't gonna be beef. We'll argue our points, we'll argue our sides, and then we'll move on and leave it alone. And the girls' game is like. It's really like blood in, blood out for real. It's like we really part of the gang. Well, I'm part of the Angel Reese gang. And when I see somebody from the Caitlin gang, it's on site. You get what I'm saying? You see Asia, if somebody from the Gamecock gang, they see you, it's on site. It was what's up. It was beef. Like I don't like that. Like that's corny to me. I think you can have your favorites, and I think you can have your arguments. But I think we should be able to leave it at basketball at the end of the day. So that's the one thing, me personally, I would say I don't like about women's game right now, Antonio. But outside of that, it's definitely a fun game to watch. These women is talented. These women deserve everything that they get. And as far as the money they just got, they deserve more, right? And they deserve that. They deserve to have a league that's flourishing with people watching. It's definitely an interesting league. Right. I just don't like the beef and all. Like we should be able to argue and leave it at basketball at the end of the day. But the beef stuff, like, it's corny to me. To be honest, especially the racists. Come on. Like, Sports with Dre says they still hurt from 2023 national chair. That's a fact.
Yeah.
Snapple top facts. Antonio says, and I know another thing that people have been talking about is the players vote. And the NBA players do the same thing with LeBron because they tired of his act, and the players don't want to vote for you. Well, that's not what happened, though. That's also another lie. So the propaganda, or what you see a lot in the media for the Caitlin Clark fans, is, oh, you girls is jealous. Y'all voted her 11 as if they tied her. That's not what actually happened. You only get 4 ballots. So what actually happened is for the guards, you only get 4 people to vote for. They just didn't think she was in the top 4. So you pick the people that you think is in the top 4, and that's it. You don't get to vote for anything else. Like 5, 6, 7. You don't get to vote for that. So whoever falls in that area, they just happen to automatically get placed somewhere based off the percentages. but the players didn't actually vote her 11. So it wasn't that they was tired of her. Nobody was tired of her. They just didn't think she was a top 4 guard in the W, and she's not. They just told the truth. So,
but you can make a case that she is around.
I don't think so. But I mean, I won't be. Listen, if you feel like you can't argue somebody's opinion, so if you feel like she, like, and I'm not saying you personally, I'm saying the person that is going to make the argument. I'm not like make your argument. I just think like it's going to make is a difficult argument to like. This league is so talented. Is a different argument to make somebody believe that. Like I feel like I would love to hear it. And I would, and I already know what they're gonna say. They're gonna be like, "Well, topping scoring and topping this and topping that." But again, when you make these arguments, you got to make the arguments for the total game. You can't just make the argument for the one thing to make your point. So you got to say what she's good and what she's bad at, and then compare her to everybody in the league. And if she's top 4, then she's top 4.
But you can name 5 people off the top that's better than her.
Easy. And that's why I was like, I don't know how it was hate, because all they did was tell the truth.
Right.
We already did it in here. You know that Hot Tracks, we already did it in here. And even if you disagree, like I don't care if you didn't have her where I had her, but we definitely didn't have a top 4. You know what I'm saying? Definitive says this isn't funny, but I think Cece stands in the mirror and punches herself in the face when she choked that day's game. So like right now, maybe. Definitive says what clan base hates their own best player. CC stands despite they own best players. CC stands despise Kelsey Mitchell and Aaliyah Boston. That's a fact.
So look at Kelsey Mitchell's numbers tonight. She shot what, 60% from the 3. She shot over 40% from the field. 35 minutes, only 2 turnovers. And what CC shot, CC had 4 turnovers off of 25 minutes, 4 for 14, and what was it? And 1 out of 8 from the 3.
And you got to also add in this stat that I'm keeping track of, and another egregious flop.
Another flop.
we gotta keep track of the egregious, obvious flops.
Yo, check. Look in the chat. I put a link from her flopping in college. It was crazy. They even called her out on it.
Yeah, I had put it in my last show, but I guess y'all had left when I came back. You and Sister Mobile had left. I had put the link up. Yeah.
Yeah, this one was where her running into a fan after the court got rushed by the fan.
I know what you're talking about. She did the delayed flop. She spun around. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
That's crazy.
Definitive says Raven
for a long time.
That's a fact. Definitive says Raven definitely gonna be an all-time great. She just got to get off that team. They just didn't want her as an opponent defending CC, right? I see the one definitive. I see the fact. Hold on, I got you right now. Hold on. This is supposed to be for a video I'm doing, so that's why I didn't put it in here.
I think Raven gonna get her time on the Fever, because after next year, you know, them contracts and them year contracts, and you know they got to keep her because she cheap. I don't know if they're gonna want to pay Lexi again another 750,000 for what she giving them. They might keep Sophie though, even though I don't think she worth what 850,000.
All right, it's down. It's taking longer than I thought, so I'll get back to the comments. I'll come back to it. Also, I'll drop the link in the chat again in case anybody want to join the convo with me and Hot Tracks. So the link is in the chat. Anybody want to join the convo, you can definitely hit the link and come up. Secondly, please, if you haven't hit the like button for me, make sure y'all run those likes up. I know sometimes you can forget if the conversation is good. I forget all the time. And if you haven't subscribed, if you ain't become a subscriber yet, hit that subscribe button. With that said, though, this is a video. The reason why this video I put this together, I'm gonna do a video talking about this and breaking this down to Clarkies who are saying that Chelsea Gray basically hit CC in the liver, and that's why it was a delayed reaction. You know, and they feel smart. They feel like, oh, they came up, they cracked the code, right? And they feel like they smarter than everybody else. So we're gonna talk about it really quick. Let me welcome Miss D to the panel.
Hey. How you doing?
How you doing, Miss D? So now let me play this video for y'all.
Okay.
This is what the Clarkies are saying happened to CC with Javante Tank did to Garcia. So if you see it, they're gonna show it again in slow motion. Tank hit Garcia right there in the side, and it was a delayed reaction before before he felt it, and then he had to drop. And they feel like that's new. They feel like we didn't know about this. Like, yeah, we know that this is a thing if you get hit in your liver. But we also know in posting up, right? Bodies bump all the time, and nobody is getting hit hard enough when you getting posted up. Nobody is getting hit hard enough to take a blow to their liver and drop like that.
And I saw of course I saw it live. It don't like she hit Caitlyn.
Yeah, she bumped up, but it was a regular bump. Like she,
right. Well, that's
right
what
there.
I'm saying. It was very well. Look, if that make you go down.
That's my point. That's my point.
You need to get in that weight room.
That's my point, Ms. D. They trying to act like, look at this. They trying to act like Chelsea Gray got Javante Davis power.
Exactly, because guess what? Raven is smaller than her, but Raven muscular, and she probably wouldn't have went down like that with that little hit.
Yep.
Raven would have took that hit because she kind of built like Jackie Young.
Yeah.
So that's, you know what, she need to get in that. Either you weak or you need something ain't right with you then. Because that was not a Javante Davis hit.
That's a fact. But that's what the Clarkies, they feel like they feel like they cracked the code. They feel like the rest of us are slow. Oh, y'all didn't see? She got hit in the liver.
They need to quit.
And then I got another video loading right now that's showing even more contact of Chelsea Gray backing down Kelsey Plum. And Kelsey Plum, like you see, look, like you said, to your point, Ms. D, that was a light tap. She really didn't touch it that much, right? The video I'm about to show with Kelsey Plum, they was both being physical. This is one-on-one in a rival. They both was being physical. And Kelsey Plum ain't dropped like CC did. Just the video right here. That's a lot more contact than CC had to deal with.
Exactly.
And look, Kelsey Plum is smaller than CC. CC 6 feet tall. Kelsey Plum 5'6", 5'7". Right. And she stayed on her feet. And Chelsea Gray was going at her way more physical than she went at Caitlin Clark just now. But Caitlin Clark fans so dumb, they want us to think like, oh, you know, everybody bullying Caitlin Clark. No, Caitlin Clark is just falling on purpose. Like, she's purposely falling.
Exactly.
How you doing today, Ms. D? How's your day today?
uh,
I said, how was your day today?
okay. How about yours?
I can't complain. It was great day.
It's hot. I don't know. It's heat wave going
Yeah,
through
it's
the country.
definitely hot today. Yep.
Felt like I was in Arizona or no Vegas. Yeah, I went to Vegas to go see Usher, and that was a year that uh 23 when they won the Aces won a chip, and
Yeah.
they was at the club, and I was like, who are these tall ladies? I was like, oh, that's the Aces. They had a little celebration thing. I was like, there's some tall girls.
This
I
the
felt so
thumbnail.
short. I felt so short. Well, I am short. I'm like Spudwell, not Spudwell, I'm Bugsy Buzz size.
Well, both of them short, so you pick one.
Well, no, he 5'3". I'm gonna say his size is Muggsy.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think Spud a little bit taller, maybe 5'7" or something like that. I don't
Mm-hmm.
know.
5 something.
This the thumbnail when I do the video. This gonna be the thumbnail for that video.
I like that. I like that.
The Caitlin Garcia body shot.
I like that.
You should see my comments, man. They like, oh, I lost respect for you because you could clearly see that she hit her in the liver. And if you know anything about the Garcia, about when Tank did the Garcia, or they use Hopkins, when you Bernard Hopkins, all of a sudden Chelsea Gray is Bernard Hopkins now.
Exactly.
There's a whole lot more torque behind them hits. The Tank.
That's a fact. A researcher says that is one regular practice chest up defense. She played D1 Big Ten basketball and should be used to 1v1 contact.
She ain't never really played defense like that. So
Yeah,
she ain't used to it.
she never played no defense. Me
No.
says if she was hot, if she was hit, she must have been hit. If she was hitting the liver, why didn't she grab that area? Hands went straight up into complete. That's a fact.
Right.
That is a fact. That's why I love I love the people in my comments, man, because they smart. They don't let nothing get past them. Definitive says, I just realized Cece walked back towards the locker room, snorted a cocaine.
Oh, yeah, me too. I'm tired of the Clarkies.
Not snorted a little coke though.
Mm-mm.
That's hilarious. Let me see what Miss D was talking about in the chat. Miss D says Sophie, I think, have a 2-year, almost $2 million. Yup. Sophie, she didn't really get the contract she wanted, but I guess she's gonna get it even
Well,
next year.
that's the only team that was gonna pay her that money.
Yeah.
So she got I think Chelsea. I think Raven will get if they don't trade her. I think um Chelsea. This is her last year with the Fever. I think she probably tied it up. So.
Yeah. All right, so let's switch topics now. Y'all want to talk about the All-Star?
Yeah, that'd be cool.
All right, so let me get the teams up there. What you guys think of the teams? Who you think got the better team? Who you think who got the better team?
The more scorers.
Yeah.
The shot chuckers.
Yeah.
Teresa got the more of the defensive. They got some scorers, but more of dogs on the team.
Mm-hmm.
So I think we'll see. It looked good on paper. Just got to play out.
Yeah. What you think, Trax? Which team you like? Which team you think got the more balance? More, what's your favorite team?
Yeah, I'm checking it out right now.
And same thing to you guys in the chat. Tell me. I know y'all done discussed it all day. People had shows all day. How you guys feel about these two teams in the chat? Team Coop, Team Weatherspoon. I'm a little upset. Not upset. I'm cool with how it played out, Ms. D. But I wanted the Atlanta Dream girls all on the same team.
Huh.
Since they was all reserves, I wanted them to be reserves together on the same team.
Yeah, but you know they back and forth to picking, so they don't have no choice. You know,
Yeah,
they had it.
no,
They
no, no.
had
I'm cool with how it played out. That's just that was what I was wishing.
yeah. I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
It don't seem like Team Coop have any bigs like that, like compared to Witherspoon team though.
yeah. Team Coop got more mobile bigs. Team Weatherspoon got the big, the big bigs. They're gonna have to, and I was saying that too. To your point, high tracks. They're gonna have to. One of them starters gonna have to sit down. They're gonna have to play Angel. They're gonna have to play Angel.
They should, yeah.
Yeah, they're gonna have to because look at the starting bigs. They got first of all, you got three.
Right, but I think she probably say, you know what, we're gonna try to outrun them, so they ain't got time
Yeah,
to set up
yeah,
Coop. But I
yeah.
wanted
That's
I
true.
wanted Teresa to get Angel, but Cynthia Cooper had that pick, back and forth, so she couldn't pick
Mhm.
Angel. So yeah.
Yeah, I wanted Angel to be on Spoon Team too, but like I said, I'm cool with how it played out. The All Star Game is for entertainment. What I'm hoping is another good thing about the All Star Game is when you in the locker room with these players, you start to build relationships and camaraderie. So I'm
Right.
hoping that Angel is able to, meet some more people, right? Like then maybe she ain't built relationships with, like maybe somebody like um, Kelsey Mitchell or somebody like that, right? Like maybe
Right.
somebody like who she hasn't been able to, actually get to meet and talk to. Maybe
Well,
they,
she's like, Kelsey, we're gonna find a
Cause
way to
she did
get you
that
to the
last
dream.
time
right.
She go, Kelsey, I want to get you in a dream. That'd be good for Kelsey.
on the
Yeah,
low. On the low, Angel is even friends with Lexi Hall.
yeah, yep. Because I'm
Yeah, no,
right.
I want Leslie Hall on a dream. They can keep her. I don't even know why you said that. No, I'm stop. Yeah, she part of that Lexi. I mean that Sophie. Nah, she could stay there. But Kelsey, I want to see her win because she been with that team and they disrespect her and it's been a horrible team until like maybe Aaliyah came. But
Okay, so a lot of people like Spoon Squad.
they just big. Well, I mean
They got
they
Team
okay.
Coop.
You know, they kind of big. Only one to really score. Maybe Alicia Gray, maybe Ryan and Courtney. Rest of them kind of like don't score like chuck the shots up. Everybody
Yeah,
else is kind of post players. That's why I say I like even though they small, I like Coop team because you got Kelsey Mitchell, Kelsey Mitchell, Gabby. You got Jackie, Kelsey, Chelsea. Oh, Kelsey. I'm sorry,
yeah, you
and
good.
Sonia. Yeah,
Yeah.
they a
I
little
mean, you
smaller,
really
but
can't go wrong with both teams. But
yeah.
to your point, I like Coop's team because we already know with the ball in Paige's hands what she gonna do. You know what I mean? We already know Kelsey Mitchell was built for the All Star game with the type of game she has.
Right,
And Brianna Stewart is like a point forward hybrid. She could play big or she could be like a small forward for you. You know what I mean? And then the type of season Natasha Howard is having, all she got to do is run the floor. I think Gabby Williams is gonna, play some minutes, but I think that's gonna be the person that's gonna have to sit, and they're gonna have to put Angel or somebody in help out on the boards because Spoon team is bigger, so they're gonna need somebody to have to
Right.
grab some rebounds. Spoon team, I think is interesting because I thought when she originally did it, I was kind of confused on why Spoon would draft. She already had Caitlin Clark. Why she would draft Olivia Miles, right? Because
Right.
we already know Caitlin Clark like that ball in her hand. But when she drafted Olivia Miles, I said, you know what? Caitlin Clark gonna have to get that ball up. You gonna have to play off the ball,
She gonna
right?
be
You got a
shooting
bet.
guard.
You got a better point guard next to you now, so that's gonna be interesting to see. Olivia Miles with the ball and setting people up. Olivia Miles and Asia on the same team might be dangerous too.
That's not. She probably should have avoided that because it's not going to be good for Witherspoon because it's going to be a conspiracy theory. Oh, she trying not to let Caitlyn shine during the All Stars by putting her off the ball.
Right. Yeah.
No. That's not gonna be. That's not gonna be her. She the GM. She not the coach.
Okay.
So that's not gonna be her responsibility. You talk about these two.
It's gonna be the same story.
Yeah, you talk about these two. So Team Coop, Team Spoon. Listen, that's Cheryl Reeves. Cheryl Reeves don't care, and Olivia Miles is her player.
Right.
She don't care.
Becky Hammond don't care either.
Yeah.
Neither one of them care. So where do you rank Aaliyah Boston amongst the bigs in the league?
That's interesting because she is one of the top bigs, but I don't think she's as good as her fans think she is. Right? Her fans be like, "Oh, she's outplaying Asia." Right?
No, and I'm a Gamecock fan, but no, she's probably I would rank her number 5. And
Yeah,
then now
probably
she
somewhere
get she
around
getting
there.
worse. She getting worse with the elbows. She did a little bit of that at South Carolina, but she getting worse.
Yeah.
I don't know. But look like she getting back to it, but like her leg, she don't look the same. Something wrong with her leg.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's what it look like. But I mean, she's still okay.
Yeah, I'll go with Miss D. She probably somewhere around top 5 to me, maybe. Let me see. So we ranking Asia. So we talking about centers, right? Aaliyah Boston, and
Yeah.
so we rank Asia as a 5, right, or 4.
I would say both.
It's
'Cause
hard
sometimes
because
No, I know she could play both, but I'm saying
but sometimes she do. So I can't,
yeah,
So I
if
can't.
if you rank her as a 5, then she's gonna be, she's gonna be the best. And
she's
if
gonna
you
be
rank her
number
as a
1
4, she's
regardless
gonna
of
be
where
the
you rank
best.
it. Yeah,
Right.
regardless if you put that 4 or 5. She won. That's what I was asking. Like, where we putting that 4 to 5? But if we putting that to 5, she's 1, right? She's the number
Right.
1 center in the league. And then, who would y'all say is the number 2 center in the league? That's interesting. I never really thought about that.
Let me see.
Mm-hmm.
It might be Aaliyah, right? Because Bree Jones is a little older.
Only by default.
I'm a big fan of Shakira Austin.
I like Shakira Austin, but y'all correct me if I'm wrong. I haven't, I'm new, so I wasn't around for these battles. But I'm going off of what people have told me. I've heard that Aaliyah Boston, because of her size, was able to bully Shakira. And so she has that, like, every time they go against each other, she has, like, that mental edge over her. I know Shakira's playing amazing this particular season, but they say in years past, Aaliyah Boston will always bully Shakira
I think
Austin.
last year she didn't. I think on Rival she didn't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I don't know. I'm just saying what somebody told me. So that's why
Maybe at the beginning of
I was putting that out there as
Shakira
like a
Austin, because
question.
Shakira Austin, they still around the same age. So
Yeah,
maybe the first year, but the last year and this year, did they play
not
this
so
year?
much.
No.
They
Oh,
had to. I mean, I feel like they played. They had to play just the middle of the season. But I don't like you to your point. I don't. Yeah, they played because I
okay.
remember some of them games where one of those games early was one of those games where Caitlin Clark was actually playing well. Her and Kelsey Mitchell was like shooting the lights out. But I think they lost because Sonya hit a shot. I think Sonya hit a shot and won a game early in the season. But I don't remember I don't remember no Shakira Austin and Leah Boston battles this year. Somebody could look it up and to let us know. You know, we got detectives in the chat. But listen. I don't mind. Listen, these are just you
Oh,
know.
Angel, yeah, Angel definitely sometime bully Shakira. But Shakira, the last game they played, the Mr. Plays, she was going back at it with Angel. But they
Yeah,
know each other very well. They know each other
yeah,
very well.
they play in the roses together,
Hmm.
so they cool. So
You
it's
got
really
Camila Cardoso.
yeah. I wouldn't put her up there.
Not
She
yet, not
should
yet.
be.
I would
She
No,
I would
should
she
be,
leave
got the
her.
but
talent. She got the talent, but Aaliyah better,
so is
and
John
that's the
Quell Jones.
one. Yeah.
Where you put
Well,
John Quell Jones at in the Leah Boston? Who's better?
right now, the last 2 or 3 years, Aaliyah, because John Coy Jones disappeared a lot.
So you
Now
got Aaliyah
she's
over
more
John
talented.
Quell.
Jonquel, didn't she
She
just
more
get an
talented.
MVP 2 years ago?
Not two.
Yeah.
When she was
No,
in
those. Yeah, but
oh, you talking about
Connecticut.
on the finals? Yeah, yeah. She got finals MVP. Yeah,
Who? John Quill.
yeah,
Yeah, but
Th-
yeah, but I think they really. I hate to say they really won it with that bench, but I'm gonna leave
yeah.
that alone. But no, but
How
no.
about Easy Mag book door?
Huh?
As the Magma Gore, I don't think. I think she's.
No,
Yeah,
no,
no.
no.
She trash.
So
I
maybe
wouldn't say
by
she
default,
trash,
I would
but
say that maybe by default, Aaliyah Boston is
yeah.
number two
Because the only
by
She
person I
default.
would
may
put
be like
above
two or
her,
three.
I think Bree Jones was better than her before the injury. Right now, I don't know. I can't say that right now. But before
No,
the injury, I would say Bree Jones was better.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
But John
What
Coy
I
Jones
can
is
say
better
about
than
Aaliyah
Boston.
Boston is her game has improved over the last few years.
No,
She's been
but see
definitely
and
working
that's
on
It's
why I'm
it.
saying what I'm
improved, but
saying.
she's still doing that elbow and um it's improved, but she still look certain parts. Sometimes she look kind of stiff. But I would have given it to John Quill, but like I said, she's not consistent. So right now it's a Leo John Quill.
Right.
It's good revenue. We was talking to y'all too. Y'all rude.
Hey, Reverend. No, I didn't see the chat. I had to go back. I can't see the chat unless I go into the
You know,
I'm on stage.
you
Unless I go
No.
know,
into the
I
chat.
put it on. I put it on the on.
Oh, I didn't see it. I'm just
Yeah.
talking.
She talking to you too. I tracked it. She said
No,
revenue said
I wasn't trying to be
was
rude.
good.
I
Brooke
wasn't trying to
panel
be
in chat.
rude.
No, I'm joking. I'm just messing with you.
uh,
so
yeah.
Kiki, I think she could. Well, she don't play center, but she be down there catching wreck too in the paint.
Yeah.
So I guess it's by default. Boston by number two
Yeah.
then, because the players that would have been they not as consistent.
Yep.
Right.
She do give a little consistency, but yeah,
So we had to like say who the top five centers right now is. We got to say Asia. We got to say Aaliyah. You got to say Shakira Austin. Um, you got to say Jonquel Jones. And then I don't know who five would be. Who's balling at the
yeah,
center position? Maybe Dominique Malanga. She's young. I
no,
don't know if you want to put it in there
no,
already.
she ain't in there yet. No,
That's what I'm saying. Like who's balling at the five?
mm-mm.
Maybe Angel is playing the five this year. We got the Angel.
Well, throw it. Yep, throw her in there.
All right, she playing the five.
I forgot what I was gonna say about Oh, I don't know. I wonder if there's gonna be some big trades when the trade deadline come because Anissa Morrow name keep popping up. I wonder if she gonna get traded.
I want her
Yeah.
to. I want her to, man.
I like
Only
her.
thing, the Dream. I wanted to go to the Dream, but they have to give up a lot. They have no draft picks. I don't think they have a first round draft pick.
They wouldn't have to give up a lot for her because she's still on the rookie deal.
No, well, I'm talking about the players. They
Yeah,
probably still want. They probably want something more than
no,
just
but
one
what
player.
I'm saying is it'd be one for one because the Dreams bench is all rookies. So they wouldn't it'd be just a trade for trade for Anissa.
Well, no, I don't think is Coney a rookie? Kone and Borlays.
Who?
I think he'll be a
Kone.
good shooter.
Borlays is a rookie. Who you said? Who's the other person you said? Borlays.
Kone.
Kone.
Kone. Oh, Sika Kone. Nah,
But maybe they won't.
Sika Kone, I don't think is a rookie. I'm not sure about that one though. I have to look at it. But Borlays is
I
definitely a
don't think
rookie.
they just gonna give up 1-on-1. So maybe that ain't gonna work because they probably want a player and a draft pick.
Maybe.
Connecticut, and they don't have a
Possibly.
draft pick like that. So I want them to go to Atlanta. Mm, it gotta be a team that's gonna give up a player to draft pick.
Yeah, possibly. I don't think
But
she
like you were
necessarily.
saying,
Huh?
I think like you were saying already, Brooklyn, though, like they covered with all the young players. They just need the
Yeah, they need a
consistent
veteran.
vets in there.
Yeah, and I and
A
I was
veteran
I
of
was
what?
about.
What you think they need? What position?
Oh, it don't really matter. What I was saying was, when you're trying to, it depends on where you at, on what what you're trying to do. So the dream is trying to win a championship, right? So what I was saying was, if they, because Hot Tracks asked me the other day if they made a trade, what should they get back? What would they need? So I was saying they need either somebody who's won a championship before, like a veteran on the championship team, or somebody who's been deep in the playoffs before, like somebody with that type of experience. They
What about
don't need
Skylar?
another. They don't need it. Yeah, I mean, Skylar be perfect, but again, is that contract?
Oh
You
yeah,
got to.
she get they
She
paying
she she
almost two
making
million
them.
dollars.
Yeah, she making them. Yeah, exactly. So it's like you trade Skylar, you giving up one of your core players. You get what I'm saying? So it would have to be somebody like that. But as far as Anissa go, listen, I love Anissa. Anissa could play on my team any day. I don't know if she necessarily fit the dream though, only because of Nas Hillman. Like that would have to be the trade, right? Like she seemed like she'll play the same role as Nas. So if Nas is still here, then I don't really like that move. But if it's a swap for Nas and her, then
Yeah, but they want. I think,
then
like I
that'd be
said, I
different.
think Connecticut want a draft pick, and unfortunately, Atlanta don't have a draft pick to go along with a player.
Yeah. Now, but I was just talking about fit and style wise, right? Like that's
Right,
what I was
right.
saying. The role she would play would be Nas Hillman role. So I would want her if that's the swap. But if that's not the swap, I don't want to like a redundant, too many of the same player. Like you said, Sika Kone and all these players, too many of the same type of player.
You think Camila Cardoso gonna be traded too?
See, now you asking me, do I think Jeff like it's like because
Only
now I
reason
gotta
why I say that because unfortunately, not they not. I mean, look, shoot, they not using her like they
yeah,
need to still,
yeah. No, I
and
don't
with
it's a
Sloop being
good question.
the general manager,
Right there you go. That's what I was saying. It's a good
and
question, but
she
now I
the way
gotta
she
think
got these guards, I don't know. They got too
right.
many players that Go
when
ahead.
you start when you start talking about Chicago, you can't think in what's the smartest thing to do,
I
right?
know. I
You got
already
to
know.
think in the brain of Jeff P. and Vandersloot and what they've been. I got to look at their track record, right? What they've been doing. So the question is, yeah, he has done stuff like that in the past, like he'll trade and then what I mean, do make a crazy trade. So it's possible, but I don't like they don't trade all their draft picks away. So I don't know. It's kind of difficult. It's kind of
They
difficult to
might,
figure out.
they might try to go back. Like make a deal with Atlanta. They get Bree Jones and send her over there with Angel.
I
Mm.
doubt that.
Right.
The
But they
reason why
already
I'm
got
saying
Ocott though.
the reason why I'm saying that is because again, you gotta. So when you make these trades, right, you got to think about all the factors, right? So money, you got to think does the money
Right.
work, right? That's one. Two, you got to think about the system. So again, we know Carson Mesco like a 5-out system. So I doubt Bree Jones fits the system better than Camilla does. I doubt that's a
Yeah.
Right.
trade we make.
Definitely.
I
Because
know a lot of people. Atlanta is right next to South Carolina, so South Carolina people want all of their players to go to Atlanta. I get that,
right, right.
but
But it
But
don't fit because she don't play.
so so I said that for the
No,
money
man.
the money purposes because Camilla on a cheap
Right.
deal
But Camilla
and
don't play the style though. She don't.
right.
Her problem is
yeah,
she don't play. If she had an outside shot,
yeah,
yeah, she could shoot from the outside, but she haven't developed that. So she won't fit
which is
because they already
weird
got
because
Ocott, and
she
she can shoot
do
from the
got
outside too.
a
Huh?
nice phone, but she don't never shoot it.
Yeah, but Ocott can do that though, but they don't
Yeah,
let her do it.
Yeah.
She can't shoot a three
yeah. Now
consistently.
they do let her do it. She just hasn't been efficient yet this year. She hasn't felt her confidence yet. When she found her
Yeah.
confidence, it'll be better. But to Hot Track's point, I do understand why he said that because we was talking about the other day about the contracts. And if Angel gets on a All NBA team, she gets her max deal. So
Yeah.
that'll be 4 max deals on the same roster. So somebody they would have to give up somebody eventually.
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna want to pay Bray Jones $1 million again
Yeah. So we cross that bridge when we get there.
because Canada gonna want $1 million too. She only getting 650.
She ain't
I,
gonna get that million.
I don't.
Not
Yeah, I
from
don't think
them.
she's gonna get $1 million because
Not from them.
if
She get. She
she would
get
have
it.
got it already. You understand what I'm
She would have
saying?
got
Like
it from a. She'd get it from another team probably, but not Atlanta. I don't think.
I don't even
If
think she'd get it from another team because I think your market is your market. So I think like because you gotta realize like they was all free agents this year. So if she was $1 million player, she would already went to another team and got the million. You get what I'm
But you know
saying?
what? The reason why I say
the
that
way she
because
playing this year, especially if they go far in the postseason,
she playing okay. But what I'm gonna say is the W, like you said with Jeff, man, the WNBA don't make sense. They paying players millions of dollars. You be like, why they playing? So never say never.
yeah.
Never
Well,
say
that's
Yeah,
gonna
never.
yeah,
balance
that's
out. I
true.
don't think they're gonna be giving out crazy money next year like that.
I don't
They
know.
just did it this year because it was the first year. That's why a lot of them contracts only a year long. I think it's gonna balance out.
Yeah. Oh, those are nice.
Yeah,
They're gonna start making them girls accept what they gonna offer them. They're gonna say, "Well, go test free agency,"
Mm,
and then they're gonna come back and accept the deal.
I don't know. We'll see. I don't think that's gonna be like that. That's the
No,
reason why they. That's the reason why they almost strike. Now they're gonna get. They still gonna get. A
no,
lot
the
of teams
money
not gonna.
gonna be there. But what I'm saying is, different. The people who's supposed to get the money probably gonna get it
Right.
because
I know what
like
you. Right. I know what you're saying.
it's not gonna be no more Fag Benley getting $1 million,
Right.
stuff like
Or E
that.
Will or E
There ain't gonna be
Will.
no more of those.
Right. Or E Will. Right. Or
right.
who else
Oh,
getting a million?
Azare
Right.
too.
Getting $1 million, yeah.
Right.
That's funny.
If I like those.
Love me some me like your idea, Miss D. Morrow to the dream.
But they had, like you said, they had to give up Nas. But Nas have not been playing good this year,
Yeah,
like
she
she did
nice,
the last.
Mara, nice.
I don't know what's going on with her.
I disagree. I think she's playing good. What
You
happened
think
was,
so?
when
No.
she got hurt, she's that week she was not hurt, but that sick or whatever it was when she was out. That week she had a bad week. But outside of that, if it wasn't for what Nas Hellman been doing all year, we wouldn't have went on a winning streak in the beginning of the season. And then once she got healthy after that bad week, um, she's got back into her normal scoring double figures. So I think she's been playing well.
Well, I'm not necessarily worried about her scoring. The little things that she used to do, she not doing. The defense is not as good, and just the energy. It's getting better, but yeah.
So what do you think about Kia Stokes as a center?
I think she's a solid center. I was somebody
She
who
ain't no
was low.
top five.
Yeah, definitely not no top five.
She was slow.
She was somebody I was low on. I thought she was
Yeah,
trash. I ain't gonna lie, but her on Golden State, I like her a lot better. How she's
She play
being used
okay,
in
but
Golden State.
she just doing a little bit more, but she still ain't top five. She all right. I
Yeah,
mean,
nah,
I have
yeah,
a
right.
bad team.
she's a role player.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or Lauren Betts
Lauren Beth, I just
on the
think needs more
Mystics.
time because it's hard to like when you got. It's almost like how we feel about Raven Johnson. When they don't have enough minutes, you don't really have a. You know what I mean? You don't really know what you got.
Right.
You don't really. So it's like
Yeah,
because I see people saying, "Oh, Lauren Betts is playing bad." Well, how you know with the
She
amount of
ain't playing
minutes she
bad.
got?
When
Yeah,
she
but
got
I'm
in,
saying
she played pretty good. I
exactly.
think.
But my point is the limited of minutes a player got, regardless if you think they played bad or good, and it's almost like Medina Okot. Regardless if you think they played bad or good, they ain't play enough minutes for you to really see who they
Right.
are yet. They need minutes. And then once they get minutes, then you can decide whether they bad or good. So I think that's what's happening with Lauren right now. They got so many big players. She just don't play that much. So Definitive says you can never trust a team with a ticking time bomb on a roster. CC tanks team spoon chances in my Definitive been going on. Yo, Definitive been going off all night, man. You got
Oh
game.
wow.
Love me some me says only Candace Parker hating ASS think Boston is the MVP is in the MVP. That's a fact.
You think
I
she
never.
MVP?
Yeah, I was about to say I never thought she was in no MVP
Oh
conversation. I think
man.
she's good though. She's definitely
Is she
one of the
good?
top players in the league. I give her
It's
that.
Kelsey, of course Asia. Um, I would give it to Angel, Olivia. Who else got a chance?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I give
Natasha
it to
Howard.
Asia, and that's it.
But it's gonna be Asia. It's gonna be Asia.
I give it to Asia, and there's a
Right.
reason why. One day I'm gonna do a video. I probably won't do it in the live, but one day I'm gonna do a video talking about player impact estimate. I did it already actually, but I'm gonna do it again, and so y'all could see. Asia got the highest player impact estimate, and it's for a reason. Like you know, and I'm actually doing one for Angel too. I'm gonna do one for Angel, probably in one of my next two videos. I'm gonna talk about player impact estimate, and because Angel, the two top people in player impact estimate on the Dream is Angel and Jordan Canada. And Angel was she would have been the top already, but her numbers was getting like diminished because of all of like the travels and all all the stuff the refs call or the field goal percentage because she's getting fouled. They're not giving a call. All that stuff lowers um her impact estimate. But lately, the way she's been playing through all that, her impact estimate is rising. And right now, her impact estimate is higher than Ryan Howard's, it's higher than Alicia Gray's, and it's pretty much even with Jordan Canada. Jordan Canada is 13.2, Angels is 13.1. But the reason why what makes player, I know a lot of people don't know that stat. So what makes player impact estimate so important is if you go say it works in a WNBA too, but I'm explaining like it was explained in a video I saw. So if you look back in the NBA, right, and you calculate every single MVP going back, their player impact estimate calculated that they was going to be the MVP, right? So it was Joker, it was Giannis, people like that got a high player impact estimate, right? And what it basically calculates is pretty much everything you do on the floor. It's a calculation of your defense, your offense, all in one calculation on the floor in a pie with everybody else. So all 10 players on the floor, it calculates the person that's have the highest impact. That's what it basically calculates. So
Yeah.
Asia has the highest player impact estimate in the league right now. So that's why I would give it to Asia. Not just that, but I'm saying the fact of how she playing plus that is what I'm saying. And then it shows like even Angel's impact on his team when people like, obviously us who watch Angel and know what she do, we'll tell people like, yo, like she's a star. But you got a whole bunch of people, like it was a guy in the other chat, in a chat a couple days ago I did was calling her a role player, right? Oh, she's a role player. And I was trying to explain to him why she wasn't. So even if your eye test can't see it, that number backs up what you're saying.
Yeah, that's true.
And
That's true.
for anybody who don't know what player impact is on the WNBA website. So what you got to do if you want to see it for yourself, just go to the WNBA website, go to more stats, right? and then look at all of the players. It'll show all of the players. Or you go to a team, you can do either look at an individual team, you look at all of the players. When you go to the top, change it from traditional to what is it called? Traditional to advanced. From traditional to advanced, and then once you do that, it'll show you the player impact estimate. It's all the way at the end. Shout out to Love Me Some Me for the $10 super chat. She says, "Do you think Asia would be just as good as she is on a bad team? How would she do without Chelsea and Jackie? For the record, she's my Sora. I don't know. I don't know what you're saying right there.
AKA, shit, AKA
Oh, okay.
sorority.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That's a college term. Okay,
Yeah, soror. Yeah.
got you. I never saw that.
Even though I'm not part, I just know that term, you know.
Got you. Got so she's
But
my
yeah,
Sora.
Asia is the type of player.
Hold on. Let me finish the sentence.
Oh, good. Sorry.
She's my Sora and one of my favorites. Just want an honest opinion. Go ahead, Miss B.
No, no, I was gonna say that. Of course, should be. Of course, I like Jackie and Chelsea, but yeah, she can impact the team by herself without them. It's times when she carried them. It's times they don't play well, and she
Mm.
carried them. So yeah, definitely. What you think, though? I'm sorry. She asked you.
No. Anybody can answer. That was a great answer. I agree with you. Asia. I feel like Asia. With the type of game she has, she'll fit on any team. Obviously, now will they
Yeah.
be champions? Of course not. Nobody wins by themselves, right? So she would
No.
have to, whatever team she's on, she would have to build it up to a championship team, right? She would
They
have
could be
to
playoffs though. There'd be consistent playoffs with her.
Probably, but regardless, you got to have the right personnel around you. So, will Asia be able? Yeah, you could put Asia on any team, and she's gonna be Asia, right? Her game is not. Um, she polished her game to the point where she has the one-on-one skills and abilities to, she's gonna her defense will travel to any team she goes to. Her offense probably again usage rate and stuff like that might go up on certain teams because of who's around her. So I don't
Right.
think Chelsea Gray or Jackie Young is gonna change Asia being Asia. But as far as like having the same success as far as like championship success and stuff like that, you gotta play with other great players. Everybody gotta play with other great players for that. So it'd just really be if the team she on has those great players or not for her to be still. But as far as like MVP and stuff like that, that wouldn't change. Like the individual stuff, that wouldn't change at all. But as far
Yeah.
as like team success, you need the right personnel around you, the right coaches, stuff like that to have the team success that she having. So that's why she's in a perfect if you look at her career, you got to take your hat off to Asia because, she's with the same team that drafted her, right? They built up, they made the right draft choices, right? And they got the right coaches as far as like what they do in the front office. They do it the right way. They do it the right way in Vegas. So that's why Asia is who she is. That's why she's where she is. She deserves everything she get. So you know you got to take your hat off to Asia, and you got to take your hat off to the organization. But to answer the question, if she was someplace else, will she still be Asia? The answer is yes. She'll still be Asia. But team success, that really depends on your personnel, who's around you.
Yeah, you can plug her in anywhere. You can plug her in anywhere. Plus, it's gonna be people that want to play with her. Like if she go and need a guard, it's gonna be guards lined up to go to her team and play with her.
Love Me Some Me says Angel was taken out of certain conversation because her team was losing. I mean, yeah, you know they're gonna do that. They look forward to like excluding Angel. You see that even in the advertisements, right? You see Asia, you see Paige, you see Caitlyn, right? Like they trying to exclude Angel out of a lot of things, but that's the one thing we love about Angel because she just keep doing her. Like in fact, I'm actually happy that you brought that up because I wasn't even going to get into it because we was having a good conversation about Caitlyn. So I wasn't going to talk about my Angel topics that I had today, but we can actually um, transition now. Let me see which one I want to get into. Angel, you're right here. Let's get into this one. Um, Angel is starting to realize how important she is to the team as far as, when you go to a new team and you don't want to do too much, you feel me? Like you're trying to fit in. And I feel like that's kind of Angel's
Yeah.
energy. I feel like that was Angel's energy of, I'm gonna come in, I'm gonna do my part, but I'm gonna do my part. I think she realizing she has to be
Right.
the one to like initiate and take over. She has that personality to punch first. You get what I'm saying? And as long
Well,
as like that,
see, that's because that's because she was looking to the stars to do their job, and they've been slack. And so she said, "Well, listen, I'm taking over them."
right. But that's the problem if she's doing that because she's one of the stars. You feel me? So she can't look to nobody else. She gotta look to be aggressive. The same way
Right.
both Ryan Howard and Alicia also gotta look to be aggressive. They all gotta look to be aggressive together. Because like I just said about Asia, you not winning by yourself. You feel what I'm saying? So I like what I'm saying because at the end of the day, adversity is good. You know what I mean? Adversity is good. And again, I'm gonna do a video soon. I haven't gotten all together yet, but I'm gonna do a video breaking down the coaching and the Atlanta Dream and everything like that. But what people don't realize is they're not, even though they just had a losing streak and things of that nature, they're not playing bad in many areas.
Uh,
There's only certain areas that they need to fix. And one of the main areas that they needed to fix, you can't even really control other than like taking different shots or getting to the line, like we said the other day, because their biggest, if you look at where they slacking at, their biggest weakness was field goal percentage, right? And that's just making shots. Like that's just
right.
sometimes you can't help if your shot not falling. What you can help is doing other things because your shot is not falling, right? But all shooters go through slumps sometimes. It is what it is. So that's what was really happening with the Dream. One was slumps, and two, like I said, is our bench. Our bench is not really contributing, but at the same time, our bench is super young, and that's why we need that veteran experience off our bench too. But the good thing, again, adversity is good. So sometimes you can look at certain things. You go through certain things. You go through the losing streak, and you start to look and say, okay, I need to trust my bench more. The bench people come in, they got to say, okay, I need to be more confident. I need to be prepared for this physicality and stuff like that, right? Because that's what happens. Like I said, using Izzy Borles for example, when she came in, right, she would have certain games she play well. She would have certain games where she don't play so well. But that's because she's a rookie and she got to get used to the WNBA. This is not the NBL. You get what I'm saying? Where she's an MVP at. She's used to the NBL's physicality, right? She's used to that. She's
Right.
not used to the WNBA. And if we look at players who's supposed to be superior to her, like Paige, like Caitlyn, like Olivia, like all these other guards, have to have an adjustment and figure out the physicality. Well, so do she, right? And she's a bench player. She's not even as, talented as those players, right? So it's like, of course, her and um, you know, some of the other rookies and the young players that's on our team, they got to go through that too. That Dina Okada, even though she a big body, she still got to get used to how she's going to be played in the pros, opposed to how she's played in college is different. You know what I'm saying? So that's why adversity is good. You start to see that stuff early, so that when we get closer to playoff time, it's like we already been through this. It's not like a shot. You don't want to get to the playoffs and start to go through your adversity. You know what I'm saying? So
So
Diversity is not always a bad thing.
whose team was it before Angel got there?
It's
That's
supposed to be
the
Ryan. Ryan Howard was supposed to be the leader.
Ryan
but
Howard.
no. But I think that's the problem because I think before Angel
Right.
got here, like Ms. D said, it's supposed to be Ryan, but at the same
Right.
time, Alicia Gray played better. So it was like I don't think they know, and I think
Right. That's
sometimes you
true.
can be so nice that y'all don't really want to say. Like nobody want to say it's my team, and it's like and that
Right.
hurts them. But that's what somebody like Angel is perfect for this team because Angel ain't gonna wait around for if y'all
Right.
keep over
That's
there
what I'm
playing around
and
on
her
who
fans
team is
not
it,
either. The
right?
fans
Angel
will start
Angel
saying
goes
it's her team.
right, exactly. But
And
what
they're not
here's the
giving them
funny
no
thing though.
choice.
But here's the funny thing though. Everybody will say, "Oh, it's Ryan team or it's Alicia team," right? I just told y'all if you go look it up right now, Angel and Jordan Canada has the highest player impact estimate over both of them right now.
Yeah.
Over
Yeah.
both of them. So that shows you how important Angel's chemistry. Listen, let Alicia come out and do what Alicia do. Let Ryan come out and do what Ryan do, right? As long as they could come out and shoot well or strut, whatever they do. If Angel and Canada on the same page and they cooking, we got a much better chance of winning. You get what I'm saying? Because one, Angel is consistent. If Angel numbers drop off, it's like 2 or 3 points. It's not like she's not dropping off. She's not coming out like Ryan Howard and only having 6 points. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? If Angel have a good night, she having 16, 17, 18. If she have a bad night, it's 14. But she's getting
Right.
her 14. She not coming out and getting 6. You know what I mean? Tonight. You get what I'm saying? And that 14 is still coming with 11 rebounds. So win or lose, you still
Right.
getting 11 rebounds. You get what I'm saying? With Jordan Canada, it's not all about what she's doing offensively. It's all about what she's doing for the offense. You know what I mean? Keeping us in transition, keeping us moving, making sure the ball, everybody's
Well,
touching the ball.
she has to do
Making
that though, because sometimes when she try to be just a scorer, that's not good. They just need her to facilitate and play a little defense on better defense. Because a
but
lot of
that
times they
but
don't need
she's
her to
been
score.
doing that though, Miss D.
Right.
That's
Well,
what
yeah, yeah. When they when they won, when they lost, she's kind
no,
of
she was
trying
doing
to.
that in the losses too. She's not the Jordan Canada
Uh,
and Angel is not the reason they was losing.
no, I'm not
Yeah.
saying it's the reason. I'm saying she has to be more of a point guard for real, for real.
And what
Don't
I'm
look at
trying to
field
tell you
shot.
is she's been doing it. What's been happening
Not
is
really.
okay. I'm
But,
trying to tell you.
I'll let you say it.
I'm trying to tell you she's been doing it. What's been happening is it's not her fault if she's come down and she's setting up Ryan Howard and Ryan Howard is just jacking up threes. It's not her.
Hold on. You haven't been watching last year then, because they doing the same.
I
That's one
haven't
of the
been
reasons why
watching
they lost.
last year.
But
I'm a
because
Chicago. I was a Chicago fan.
well, even then, okay, me too. But the Ryan and Leash problem is that they jack up threes.
Right,
Right.
Atlanta was not bad last year. They was actually better than the Fever. But
No,
what
they
all of a
had the
sudden the
first.
game,
They had like they was in like first place for a while last year.
yeah. But what happened was in that playoff series, Ryan kept jacking up threes. I don't know why she didn't
right.
take it to the hole, and that's what cost them the series. Because
Yeah,
even though
Yeah.
as good as of course Kelsey Mitchell gonna do her thing, but as good as she is, if they would have played like Bree Jones, she was having a good series. They stopped doing that because they kept jacking threes. That's why I was
right.
happy with how Angel played this game. She has to take over and say, "Look, you don't quit taking those threes." But I think that's what I'm saying. Carl's coaching. I don't think he's the right coach for this team because it requires you to take a lot of threes, and sometimes that's not gonna. They not a three. They obviously they not consistent with a three. So
So
I don't
you
know.
you contradicting yourself.
How can I control myself?
All right. So you say you don't want Jordan Kennedy to be a scorer, correct? That's what you just said.
Yes.
All
And be a
right. But
No, I
you got
want
to
to know. No,
realize,
I
hold
decided.
on.
Hold on. I decided I didn't want her to be a scorer. She don't. To me, she don't know how when to take the shot, when to go to the basket, and when not to.
All
You
right.
have to get them involved. That's all I'm saying.
I got you.
Get
But
them
listen,
easy.
I don't want you to
Go ahead.
I don't want you to take what I'm saying the wrong way. I'm not arguing with you. I'm just trying to explain something to you. I'm trying to educate you on Carson Mesco's offense. Okay, so the way Carson Mesco offense works is Jordan Canada typically. So you want more paint scoring, correct?
It don't necessarily be paint scoring, but those unnecessary just come down and jack the threes, get on my nerves. It
Right.
just
So
have to
you want some
be
more. You want some more
high
inside scoring,
impact.
right?
Inside, mid range, mix it up.
You're not
Like
gonna
they
get
just,
mid ranges because he don't
I know that's the
his
problem.
offense
Maybe
ain't.
maybe he not, like I said,
That's not
Ryan and
okay.
Leash is not 3-point specialists like that to me.
I think
Okay.
it's hard to win a championship without mid-range shots, though.
That's true. Yeah, you want right because, like I said, last year they shot themselves out the series against the Fever.
Okay. Well, the Warriors won without mid shots, but
They
um,
not the, hold on, no, don't do that because the Warriors can shoot. They cannot. They had the Splash Brothers. They are not the Splash Brothers.
but I'm
Yeah,
Ryan
not.
and
you
I'm
Leash.
talking about two
I'm
of the
not
best
talking about. I'm not
three-point
talking.
shooters.
No, but let me. I'm gonna let y'all go. Let me know when I can talk because I don't want to interrupt. Yeah.
Go ahead.
The Warriors was an anomaly, man. Like they had two of the best 3-point shooters of all time. So you can't hold them to the same standard as everybody else with mid-range shots.
You right, and I'm not, and I wasn't. What I was talking about was coaching philosophies because people say things, and I've
I
said this
know
before.
that. I said that he's not the best. He's not the coach for them then because they're not. If they had a decent 3-point percentage, yeah, they could out. They're not consistent enough for him to coach that way. So it's not going to work. It's not going to work. We have to get him to coach because you have
So
to
you
adjust
think
to
it's
what
his
Joe
system or you think it's his coaching?
both. And I tell you why because his rotations are horrible too. I don't like his rotations. I'm like, what the heck? And he love him some Borlays. And she good, don't get me wrong, but
You
I
don't like
don't know.
Borlays.
I like Borlay. I said, but he use it. It's too much Borlays. I didn't say I didn't like her. I think she
She
got
don't
some.
play that much. How much you think she play?
Well, she plays. I'm talking about for the bench. She play a lot enough for the bench.
One thing I can say about her
She she,
is she get to the basket.
she play about 12 minutes.
But that's a lot. Well, a lot of his bench don't do that.
Yeah, she's one of the her and Olcott and Tatina Pow is the main people off the bench. Everybody else don't play off the bench.
Yeah, but even now, Borlays play more than them. That's what I'm saying. And
Nah,
sometimes I feel like they
they all
should.
play about the same amount of time.
And I'm saying like it, especially down the
What I was
stretch.
saying was this. What I was saying was this. So a couple things. This is what I was saying because I got cut off a few times. This is what I was saying. So when I brought up the Warriors, I wasn't comparing the Dream to the Warriors. I was comparing the coaching, right? So Carson Mesco is a coach like Steve Kerr, and like many other coaches. Because a lot of people, again, the problem with basketball is people be feeling like just because one coach won one way or one coach teaches one way to play, that every coach got to play that way. Every coach got to be Becky Hammond. Every coach got to be, Cheryl Reeves. Every coach got to be, no, everybody's different. Everybody has their own philosophy, and it's more than one way to win, right? Every team don't win the same way, right? And that's why I brought up the Warriors because before the Warriors won, everybody was saying you can't win shooting threes and da 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 da. Now again, we know that they have generational shooters on their team, so I'm not comparing their shooters to other people's shooters. I'm just saying it's a lot of things that people say in basketball you can't do until somebody did it. So you got to watch out with the word you can't do something,
Well, but
right?
hold on,
Hold
but
on,
hold on.
hold on, because I
Oh,
got cut off a few times. Let me finish my thought, right? So again, when it comes back to the offense, what I was saying was most people who criticize the offense, they say, "Oh, they shoot too many threes. They got to get the ball inside more. They get the ball to Angel." What people don't realize, and those same people say, "Oh, Jordan Canada, I hate when she goes to the basket. She shoots too much, and it's this, that, and the third." What they don't understand is when Jordan Canada has the ball, she's basically getting y'all the paint touches that y'all asking for because there's more than one way to get the ball to the paint. Most people know the traditional way to get the ball to the paint or posting up, right? So you got a big like Shaq, You throw Shaq the ball, you're gonna get paint points. That's what most people know. Asia Wilson, you get the ball to Asia Wilson. Asia gonna get you paint points. But there's three ways to get paint points. It's posting up. It's driving in like Jordan Kennedy does. So like if you want paint points, you're getting it that way. And then it's offensive rebounds, which is what Angel Reese does. So the Atlanta Dream actually get paint points three different types of ways. And Carl Sabesco's offense isn't predicated on shooting threes. Carl Sabesco offense is predicated on spacing. So regardless of what shot you're taking, whether it's a three-point shot or whether it's the shot in the paint, he want to create the most space so you can have a wide open shot. That's what his offense is predicated on. So it's really predicated on ball movement and hitting the right person, whether it's Angel in the paint, whether it's Jordan Canada driving to the paint, or is Alicia Gray. Also, because Alicia Gray actually drives to the paint a lot. So Alicia Gray driving to the paint or shooting a three, or Ryan Howard shooting a three. The problem is, and this is why we kind of said the same thing, even though you said you disagree with me, because you said the reason why they lost in the playoffs last year was because they stopped getting the ball to Bree Jones, and Ryan Howard kept jacking threes. And that's the part I agree with you on. I'm saying when Jordan Canada make a play and get somebody like Ryan Howard the ball, instead of Ryan Howard saying, my shot is off, my shot is not falling, let me get to the line, let me do something different, let me get somebody else an open shot, she's jacking up the three, and that's why we was losing. It wasn't Jordan Canada the reason why we was losing. It's because...
I didn't never say that.
You did say that.
I never said that.
All right.
But let me get back to what you said about the Golden State Warriors.
Yeah.
They did not win because they shot like you. They can shoot, but what you failed to mention is that the development of Draymond Green doing the little things, and also they had Andre Iguodala, they had Lee, and when you have a 3-point shooting team like that without a true post, because they didn't really have a post, what they did is the little things. They played defense. Andre, they handled the dirty work.
I think they didn't take mid-range shots. I never disagreed with nothing. With none of that.
Steph take mid-range shots.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, you said the team.
You said Steph
really
take mid-range shots. No, he didn't.
Yeah.
No, he didn't.
I don't know.
How many floaters you see Steph take?
That's not a mid-range shot. I knew you was talking about the floater. That's not a mid-range shot.
What I'm saying is, look, players like of course, Angel gonna do. She gonna get her double doubles, but everybody else had to do the little things. And what Jordan Canada, the problem I keep having with her sometimes, it's not that she passed, she drive the lane and pass, but a lot of time she'll drive the lane to score. She don't know when to do it and when not to do it. That's the issue I have with her.
I understand
when
what
to
she's
do
saying.
it and when not to do it. It's like when you're a point guard, you got to look for everybody else first, not your shot first. It's everybody else, then your
Miss
shot.
D, she's been doing that though. What have you been watching?
I have been watching, but
She's
it's only a
been
few
doing
games.
that.
A lot of games she didn't do that.
No, she's been doing that all year. She's been
No,
doing
she has
that.
not.
Yes, she has.
No, she's
My
not.
Watch the
complaint
next
with Jordan
game. She's gonna
Canada-
do it again. She's been doing it. I've been watching these games. She's been doing
Me
it.
too.
I could tell you when she started. I could tell you when her and Angel's chemistry changed. I know the exact game that happened.
So Jordan, at first, it seemed like she was indecisive when she got in the paint, and she would get stuck because she wasn't being too aggressive. When you get that far in the paint, you were supposed to put that up, and she'll get there and then turn around and be looking for somebody.
I don't even
not in the place where she needs them to be.
Right.
But now she seemed like she got better at it.
Exactly. And I don't even think it's that. I don't think it's because she wasn't being aggressive. Again, y'all got to realize it's a read and react offense. It's not easy until you get it. Like once you get it, it's easy, right? So if you out there and if you're not sure like where somebody gonna be, you're gonna make the wrong decision. So what she did was she said, hold on. What she did was she said it herself. She said, I went and I sat down, I looked at film. And when I looked at film, I saw how I could be better. And that's when her game turned the corner.
Okay, you like her like that. I don't. But
it's not about liking her. It's about telling the truth. I don't like her just like none of these players. I'm an Angel fan, but if she's not playing well, I'm gonna say it. If she is playing well, I'm gonna say it.
I just don't like this. Look, They got one. They got either this year or next year. Otherwise, they don't win it this year or next year. Blow this team up, and then the coach got to go.
Well, again, we was having that conversation. They're gonna have to blow the team up because the contracts. And then as far as the
Yeah, but
coach
Yeah.
got to
right,
go thing,
but I don't like
again,
this coach.
hold on, Ms. D. As far as the coach got to go thing, listen, I'm not gonna tell you, or I'm not gonna tell nobody else what to think or how to feel. Y'all can think or feel whatever y'all want. But at the end of the day, when it comes down to Carson Mesco being a coach, regardless if you like him or not, he's a
It's not
good
about
coach.
liking them. It's about your
It is about
personnel.
like because everything you say is about how you feel. It's not
No,
about
it's
like
about
what's been
no.
happening.
Your person. Hold on. Your personnel do not match what you trying to do.
So
It's not
Ryan
matching.
Howard is not a good shooter, is what you're saying.
No, not like
Okay,
that. You have to
okay.
be a consistent shooter.
You know
Man,
she
she's
got
not consistent.
she's the fastest to I don't know what the number is, like 300 or 400. You know she's the fastest in NBA history to that, right?
Oh, and this
That
is
means
time.
that means she's a good shooter.
No, she's not a good shooter.
uh, so Alicia Gray is not a good shooter to you.
Not consistently. No, not for this offense.
Okay,
You said
So
all
no.
right,
She's not. They not okay.
okay.
I just told you about last year.
You just said they was one of the top teams in the NBA last year, right? I mean WNBA last year.
That's not for the 3-pointers. Oh
That's
my
how they
god, damn
played
it.
last year. They shot 3-pointers last year.
That's why they lost last year because they didn't know when to stop doing this mess.
Exactly. That I agree with. They don't know when to stop shooting them. I do agree with you with that. But to say that they can't shoot them is crazy.
I didn't say. I said they're not consistent. I didn't say that they're not great shooters like that for you to have this type of
They
offense.
okay.
You have two bigs that can get you
So
on
what
the
offense? You
inside.
think they should just pound the ball in the paint all day? Or the offense you
No,
think
not
they should
all
do?
day, but throw in a mid range. That's all I'm trying to say. Throw in a
But
mid
so
range.
all right, so there you go. That's firing the you want a mid range coach, is
No,
what you're saying.
no, I want a coach that understand your personnel. I
Okay.
want a coach that know rotations. You gotta come on. You gotta adjust.
how about him just making an adjustment and
Do he know how to do
implementing
that?
mid ranges into the plan already?
But do he know how to do that, and do he want to do that? That's the two
And you know what
questions.
I see? A big problem with them I see is that we're causing them not to be able to do stuff like that. Is a lot of times they spacing is off. Did you ever see in a lot of plays where it be like three or four of them on the same side all bunched together? Or like, you know, them people bringing their defense with them, messing up the plays because like a lot of times if you in the paint and you bring your you bring the player that's defending you in the paint and you start clogging it up, that make it harder for the people who's trying to make a play.
But hot shots, who's doing that?
The other players. That's what I'm saying. So it's not
No, they
all the
don't.
time
See, now
Jordan
you're not
Cannon.
being honest, hot shot.
Oh no, it's the players. It wasn't all the time
No, what
Jordan
No,
I'm
Cannon
saying
was
is
he
getting
just
in the
loved his
paint.
team like as it is.
no,
Just
what
keep
I'm
it as it
saying is
is.
no, I'm just telling the truth. Listen, what I'm
It ain't the
saying
truth.
is
That's your opinion.
no, I'm telling the truth, Miss D.
It's your opinion.
Nah, this is truth. This is the fact. I'm
It's your
telling you
opinion.
facts.
Watch it play out. Watch it
Okay.
play out like it did last year. If
Okay.
they do the same
But listen,
thing,
hold on. Let me respond to Hot Tracks real quick because I know what he's talking about, right? But y'all not being honest with who's doing it, right? And that's what I'm saying about I could have a favorite player and I could also be honest. Like I'm not gonna. All right. So if Jordan Canada is obviously if she's not driving the ball, she's where behind the three, right?
Yeah,
And we know Alicia Gray and Ryan Howard stays where usually behind the three, right?
right.
And Nas Hillman to be behind the three. So the only person who don't like being behind the 3-point line is who?
No, what I'm saying is no, I get that. I get that in some situations I get that.
What I'm
But
saying
like
is I agree
sometimes,
with you, but the person who's doing it is Angel.
yeah, sometimes all of them be
Most of
in
the
the
time.
wrong place at the wrong
Because
time.
that's
A
the
lot
one
of
thing
times.
when I not to hold on, I'm gonna land my plane because I want to hear what you're saying. But most of the time when I watch the games, that's something that annoys the shit out of me because the spacing do get messed up. But I understand why. It's like what you gonna say? We know Angel like to do what? She like to crash the boards, and she don't like to shoot the three. So typically, if somebody's in the paint, she gonna come down there.
Right.
and that messes up the spacing. To your point, the rest of them don't do that. Why? Because they comfortable in the offense. They already know. Look, you can even look in the play I'm showing now. Look at where everybody's standing at.
I think it has more to do with them just playing together and watching film and also coaching, because like when you sitting there and you seeing this happening in the film studies, the coach is supposed to point, yo, listen, y'all, this is when you start pointing out these problems and then you fix them, and you come out and then it don't exist no more. So I think it's a little bit, the blame goes around a little bit to all of them. You
Yeah, I
know what I'm
mean,
saying? But
what? Yeah,
they don't know how to move without, when they don't have the ball. It's like they don't know how to get in the right angle for the person with the ball to pass it to them if they get stuck. You see what I'm saying?
yeah,
It's like like for instance, one team that's really good at that is Indiana, because they let go of the ball and they shoot straight to the basket or they move.
right,
The only person that don't move on Indiana team is Caitlin Clark. Everybody else move.
right,
They stand still and they like sometimes they don't, they watch more than they like try to look and see what a player. Angel is one of the most smartest people on that team as far
right,
as playmaking and all of that kind of stuff.
right.
Like I see them get like tangled up too much, and it makes it easier on the defense because it's like, if they're not moving around or they're not attacking, then they the game is usually a loss, or it just is a bad situation for them. But I think it's all going to come with them, playing together though more. And I mean, they what,
Yeah,
20
that's what I've
games
been
in?
saying all year. That's what I was saying. It's chemistry, right? And again, is
Yeah,
that's why. Listen, everything I'm saying, I'm not surprised about. Some people get surprised about, like I said, even last game, they surprised, like, oh look, they look so, and I'm like, yeah, I've been saying this all year. It's chemistry. You got to wait and let people, especially when you have an offense like this, you got to let people get comfortable in the offense, right?
yeah.
And so
I
that's what
don't
we
see it. I
that's
just see
we
that
know
Angel
we know you don't see
played
it.
aggressive. If she
Yeah,
play like this, yeah. If she don't take over. Like, give me the ball, do this, directing
yeah, but
traffic.
Miss D, that's how sports work though. That's chemistry.
Yeah,
That's what we
no, yeah, but no, that's Angel. That's Angel.
Yeah, but that's because Angel knows how to win. So that's chemistry. Like,
Yeah,
is this how
it's Angel.
basketball works, Miss D?
That's Angel.
You don't think it's
Because
nobody?
the
So
rest
you
of
think
no,
Angel winning by herself?
no, what I'm saying is she took over. She made sure they didn't do the stupid stuff they usually do
How she did that though? How she made sure they didn't do it?
because she directed traffic and her energy. They
How did she
fed
direct traffic if she not the point guard?
because she got them in a spot. She got them to pass her the ball in the spots that she liked. She was aggressive and it was contagious. And that's how they had to play. They had to
So
play.
you don't think chemistry had nothing to do? You don't think everybody is playing and trying to win, and you don't think chemistry
Well,
had nothing
I
to do
can't
with it? You
say.
think Angel just
I
came
can't
out
say
and
right
played
now.
hard, and then she just
I
willed
can't
them to win?
say. I can't say. I'm still not convinced right now. I know what she gonna do. I don't know what they gonna do.
I got you,
I see them starting to trust each other more. I see them
man.
starting to trust each other more.
They
That's
need to. That's what I'm saying. They can't do what they do last year.
I got you.
like
And they
before,
haven't
it didn't seem like
you
they trusted
people
Angel.
don't
Now she getting
understand.
the ball
People don't understand.
in stride.
I'm sorry, but look, hold on. People don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Ryan and Leash, they have not got enough out the first round. This team, the history is not a good history. Y'all becoming, of course, Ryan's still young, but Leash is a little older. Um, you gotta show me something. Show yourself something. Show yourself. You brung you basically recruited Angel to go there. She should have went to Dallas, but hey, that's here or there because I think it's going to be. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, IQ have to be better. You have to. Play like you played last time. Last threes, intensity on offense and defense, taking the right shots. Can they do that? I don't know. They don't have a
I
good
tell you
track
like this
record.
though, Miss D. I know you're not on my panel, and I'm gonna leave it alone after this because I don't want to go back and forth. And I know you're not on my panel often. We do talk about these things a lot in my channel, and what I try to do is when I speak, listen, we we got a lot of content creators in this space, and a lot of people do their channels and they do it their way, and that's fine. What I try to do over here though is I try to talk basketball, like, and I try to educate from a basketball point of view, not necessarily from a a lot of people like to use the word eye test, but they don't even know what their eyes are seeing. So then they get emotional when they start to say the wrong thing. So what I try to do is give a little bit of insight from the basketball side and try to make all of us smarter fans, even myself, because I don't know everything, right? So I try to learn myself. I try to learn, and when I learn something, I try to share with my chat. I try to make sure that we all looking and talking about the game from a educated lens, right? So that's the goal and everything that I'm saying. It's not necessarily to go back and forth. I don't want to do that.
No,
It's
no,
not
no. I know
necessarily
that. I
to,
know that.
it's not necessarily to
I'm just going
argue. I
back.
don't
I'm just going by the history of the team, the history of what they did before Angel got there.
right.
So that's what I'm saying. They haven't shown that yet. I know
Yeah.
that she wants to, but they have to come with her.
Yeah.
That's all I'm
But
saying.
what I'm trying to say is I agree with you, but it's gonna take a team effort to do it. Angel is not the same way I just said about Asia. So it ain't nothing personal, right? Asia can't win it by herself. She need the
I'm not
person
saying that. I'm
person
saying they have
around.
to. They have to. They have. They they recruited her because of the what she brings. They have to come with her. I'm not saying she's gonna win it by herself. I'm saying they have to have the same amount of intensity. She don't
I
have
agree with
pressure on
you.
her like that. They have pressure on her on them because they're veterans.
That I
Canada is a
disagree
veteran.
with. They when you a team, they all have the same amount of pressure on them. They a team now,
Uh,
so they got to work together. That's just
mm,
how it works.
mm.
And I feel like to what Hot Track said earlier to his point, and I've been really to my point because I've been saying this all year. It's gonna is This is not Chicago. I think a lot of times too, people is bringing a PTSD from Chicago over to Atlanta. This is not Chicago, right? So when they see certain things that might have happened in Chicago, they call it out quick. Oh, they icing her out. Oh, they not getting to the ball. Oh, they just
No, I didn't
right.
say
And
that. I'm
and
not
I'm
saying I
not
ain't talking
saying
about
you.
her.
I'm not saying you. I'm saying
Oh,
these are things that people have said, right? And what I'm saying is this is a different team, and with so people quick to like see a problem where a problem isn't, and they not allowing them to grow, which is the one thing that I'm happy about, and that most of us, regardless of what we talk about, they not letting it get in their locker room, right? Like this is not a team that's watching social media and doing a lot of infighting. Those girls like each other, right? Those are girls is good with each other. So regardless of what people saying on social media, they are not letting it affect them, which is why we seeing better basketball. So when everybody was saying, oh, this one is putting up too much shots, and this one ain't playing well, and this one, and we got to get the ball, blah, blah, blah. They was ignoring all that and getting better. And that's why we see the product we see right now of Angel being able to have a game like this. Because I think Angel had this game, especially with the fact that she was out the last game and was able to watch on the side and see how important and needed her impact is. I think she had this game because she was like, all right, I'm gonna be 100% me. Where maybe she was operating on maybe 80% her before, right? Maybe she was operating on 60% her because she didn't want to step on toes. But now she realized, no, I got to be 100% me, and it helps everybody. Her being 100% her isn't taken away from the team; is adding to the team. And I think she's realizing that. And I think, like I said, Jordan Canada realized she had to watch film. This is a film watching team. Jordan Canada realized like she had to be better, right? There's certain times where Jordan Canada wouldn't make passes to Angel, right? I don't think she was making those passes because she was trying to ice her out. I think she wasn't making those passes because she was nervous. She thought she couldn't make the pass. Angel told her, like, yo, just make the pass. I could catch it. So now they just passing the ball without thinking about it. Whereas before, I think they was thinking about things and they was nervous and you know what I mean, trying to figure it out on the floor.
okay, Brooklyn.
And when people, hold on, I'm about to land. I'm almost done. People would see that, and then they would diagnose it as if, oh, they not getting Angel the ball, they icing out. When really it was just they trying to figure out the offense.
Okay, I'm not buying that, and I'll tell you why. Despite Angel, who else? maybe a few players. The starting lineup played in this offense last year.
Yeah, but it was different people in the lineup.
Who was the different person in the
Angel
lineup?
Angel was not Brittany Griner. They
Okay,
two
but
different
that's only one
people.
person. No, I'm not saying she's Brittany Griner. I'm saying Leash, Ryan, Jordan played together in this offense.
Right, but you got to realize just because again, this is how sports work, and I know if you never played, you don't understand.
I have
But
played.
even if you change, so you should know, even if you move one person out, it changes the offense, and they move two people out. Because remember, Bree Jones ain't been playing this shit,
I,
so
okay,
it's a
okay? Let me
different
say this.
offense.
What is your
They
expectation of this team this
championship.
year? Okay, we gonna see.
No, I'm not saying they will. This is basketball. They got the aces out there. You got to listen. I would like them to win a championship. I feel like this is the championship team, but this is also their first year together. And the truth of the matter is, most teams in their first year don't win it. So I would like that to happen. I'm not saying that that's what's going to happen. They might.
I
What I
don't trust
definitely
this. I
don't
don't
want to
trust this
see.
team.
What I definitely don't want to see is a first round exit. I don't want to see that. I don't want
Well,
to see that. I
that's their
hope
history.
if they do get
That's their
knocked out, I
history.
hope they at least make it to the second round. And I don't even want to see that, but I'm saying I hope that at least.
It's just okay. All right.
What I want to see right now is just more effort from Howard. Like, shots not gonna
Exactly.
always fall. I just need to see her, give more effort. Like,
And I know it's not her
she seemed like
personality.
she'd be sleepwalking out there.
Exactly, and Lee Showtime too. It's just something that this. I hope that they prove me wrong, them two, but there's something that's missing. There's something that's missing. Y'all got to
Only,
get out the first round. You
the
leave,
only
like you
thing that I
said.
could see that's really missing is veterans off the bench. Outside of that, they got a solid team.
Yeah, they just gotta put the effort in.
Okay.
You know, I think, yeah, like
Well, to me, either this year or next year. If it don't happen this year or next year, you got to go because it's not gonna happen.
yeah, like I said, Howard, like she
You got
rarely
second round
drive to
this
the
year. I'm gonna give
basket.
you some grace. Next year, it better be a chip. You got to go, and that's not
It don't
feeling. That's
work like
just
that though. Like, listen, I would love that too, but
okay. Okay, when it's gonna work then?
I'm about to tell you, sometimes you play with Michael Jordan,
Oh my
and
God.
sometimes you play with LeBron James, and no matter how great you is, that person is in the league. Asia Wilson is in the league right now, so you might not never
Okay,
win
but hold on.
because you play with Asia Wilson.
Asia's
Like
nice. Don't
that's
get,
what I'm saying. It's just that's the
but
way
hold on,
sports
hold
work.
on,
If
hold
they
on, hold
win it,
on, hold
great.
on.
But Asia Wilson's still in the league.
Yes, but hold on, hold on. I like the Aces. They're beatable because after you
Everybody's
get past.
beatable. I
Well,
was just
what I'm saying is they bench is horrible. They
no,
have did
but
nothing to
Ms.
help
D,
their bench.
we saying the same thing to a certain extent. What I'm saying is what you saying. I would love for that to happen. What I'm saying is though sometimes great players don't have championships because they played at a time where another great player played.
Yeah, but
That's
guess
just a
what? That's
fact.
Asia good, but guess what? If they don't get if they don't keep Jackie or anybody, and I don't know who they're gonna bring in. Like I said, Becky do a horrible job surrounding outside of Chelsea and Jackie. She do a horrible job. So it's no excuse for. Yes, I like LA Asia, but past certain players, they overall the Dream are better on paper. We go pound for pound.
Yeah, but that don't. Well, only thing that matters is the floor. The paper don't matter.
Okay, all right, okay.
I'm just
Like I
listen. I'm just
said,
telling you the truth, Mister. I'm
no, ain't no
sorry.
ain't the truth.
I'm not the
Guess
type of person
they
to
got
stroke people
look
egos. I'm
no.
a
That's not.
truth teller.
This is not about egos.
I got to keep it real with you,
They
Miss
got
D.
no. They got to this year. I'm gonna give them some great second round. Next year they got to win a championship, but just blow it up. It's not gonna happen. If it's not gonna happen in one of these 2 years, it's not gonna happen.
Listen, I don't disagree with you when you say that. We already talked about it. The good thing about this team, or the good thing about Angel on this team, is even if they blow it up, they would be able to retool around Angel quickly because, like we said, when Angel gets her max
Okay, what's the
contract,
point of having? We talk about Leash and Ryan.
I'm
I mean, I
talking
understand what
about
you're saying,
no, but I'm
but if they
talking
don't
about
do
to
it,
your
what about
point.
their legacy?
I mean, whoever legacy is, they in control of that. But I'm talking about what you particularly saying about the 1 or 2 year thing and blowing it up. What I'm saying is, if they do blow it up, the good thing is, it won't be the end. The like is what I'm saying with Angel.
So do you
If what
think
you're
if
saying
they
does
made it to
happen,
the finals, it still blow it up, even if they lose in the finals?
Who say they going to the finals?
No, what I'm saying is if they make it to the finals, would you still say blow it up if they lose?
I don't know.
I understand where Ms. D is coming from. She's coming from a
Mhm.
standpoint of she's at the end of the line with this team. She already seen
Right.
them like lay eggs before, so she's saying she don't trust them. That part I do understand, and I
They
hear
feel
her on
like they
that.
already reached the ceiling already.
Right, and not only that, she's saying that she's seen these players, you know, namely Ryan Howard, not really, show up when she need to and shoot too much. So, I get it. I understand. I honestly, Miss Dito, don't care about that because I wasn't a fan and I'm a fan now. So whatever happened,
Well, it's not necessarily a fan.
I was with
I'm just
Chicago.
watching the team, and the reason why I say the reason why I say Dallas, because Dallas is taking it slow, and Angel could have went there, and there's no expectation of a championship necessarily, because
Yeah.
Paige and AZ and them still young, and you would have built something. This team, you went to a team that basically probably recruited you and say you the missing piece, and now you got pressure on you to do that. You can't just take it slow.
But here's a good thing. Angel's used to this type of pressure, right? She did the same thing when she left Maryland and went to LSU. She went to a team, and even though that team didn't have championship aspirations when she went there, that they built those championship aspirations through the year. So Angel is used to Angel's used to playing for something, right? And then you come to a team like this that won a lot of games last year but couldn't get over the hump. So they all want to play for something, right? And regardless of people like the way Carson Mesko coaches or not, right? He's the winningest coach in college, right behind Kim Mulkey, right? And
But
then
hold on,
even in the
that's
league, hold
college.
on,
Come
it don't
on.
matter. Winning is winning. It
No,
don't matter where
but
you won at. Whether you talk about
hold on.
NBA, you know how many college coaches came to the NBA. You know how many college, so it don't
Guess what?
matter. If you
It's not
known for winning,
easy.
you known for winning.
But yeah, but this is the pros. It's a little
It
different.
don't matter. It
Hold on,
doesn't matter.
certain style of play do not fit the professional, and that
It
might be the case here, and that's
it
okay.
doesn't not no, it doesn't. What you respectfully, Miss D, what you saying is it don't matter.
Okay,
If you known for winning and you've been winning, he's won in the pros and he's won in college. Period. Regardless
okay.
of people like it or not, he's a winning coach. You get what I'm saying?
And it's not what I like or not. It's not. Look, it's not a dislike or a like. It's just what you see. It's
But
just
if
your
so if you
rotations.
got to go off of
It's
what you
just
see,
your
you've seen
understanding.
winning. You've seen facts.
I ain't seen nothing.
You've seen winning. You've seen he's a
I ain't seen
winning
nothing.
coach. That's what his records say.
I didn't see nothing. You
Okay.
saw it.
I know. I didn't see. I'm going off of the facts, Miss D. I'm sorry. Like
No, I'm
I'm a
talking about
truth
what
teller.
I
I gotta
see.
tell the truth, Miss D. I'm sorry. I
We
gotta
talking
tell
about
the
here.
truth.
You ain't one here in the
Yes, he
So do
NBA.
you
has.
think
He's
Gino?
been winning. He's been winning since he's been in Atlanta. He's been winning. Yes, that's
Excuse
what the
me.
numbers say.
He took Atlanta from
Winning
being
is the
bad to good.
playoffs. What happened in the playoffs?
He made it to the playoffs. He had 1 year. He had
Less
one
than a
year.
year.
So if
I don't
that's the
want to hear that
case,
one. I don't want to hear
if
that.
that's the case, then you cool with Teaspoon being fired. You cool with Jeff P. What Jeff P said then about Teaspoon. She only had 1 year.
How the hell we know? How the hell
Uh,
we know she gonna do good?
That's my point. You making
No,
my
that's
point.
not the point.
He
That's not the
fired
same
her
point.
after one
You
year and give her
okay?
another
But
chance.
I didn't say fire him. I said he has.
Yes, you
You
did
have
say
a
fire him. You
champion.
said he's not the right coach.
He's not because you're not
That
using.
means
You're not. No, hold on. You got to adjust. That's the next step for him. If he a good
that's
coach
what
like you
that
say
means,
he
Miss
is,
D.
no, it means that he had to adjust. You cannot play that style of offense with the personnel you have. Obviously, it's not. That's not
So
what
he
they
the
do.
right coach. He just need a different strategy.
I don't know, but this ain't gonna get it.
So
Crazy.
do you think that Gino will be successful in the
No,
WNBA,
every college coach can't coach pros. It's okay.
or
No,
do you think Dawn
I don't
will
know.
be
I doubt it.
successful?
I doubt it.
You know, Jose Fernandez got hired because of what he was doing in college, right?
Yeah, well, guess what? There you go with that. Because you know why? A lot of these coaches is political. A lot of these coaches, they're okay. Don't get me wrong, but a lot is political. I don't know none of these coaches like that in the
I know,
pros.
but you said you wanted Angel to go to Dallas, but she would have been with another coach that was successful in college. That's where he
Yeah,
came
but he's
from.
adjusting. Hello, but he's adjusting to what he got. He ain't trying
No,
to
he
do some.
didn't. His offense is
Okay,
his offense. He ain't adjust nothing.
no, he did adjust.
Okay.
He's adjusted. Every good coach do that. You can't. Come
I've
on,
I've been
stop
telling you
that.
just said you don't know him. I've been watching him coach
Every
since
good coach adjusts to
I,
what they have.
okay.
I know
He's
he
not
went
doing
in there
that.
and Todd
And his
fired to them.
rotations,
He
he's
put
pushing
them
the
on
right buttons.
blast.
Hold on, let me tell you how he pushed the right buttons. Remember early in the season, Dallas, I forgot it was a bad loss. And he said something. He jumped on it in the
Yeah,
press conference.
he said his selfishness
And,
in the
and,
locker
and
room.
he pushed the right buttons and they played for him. He pushes the right buttons.
So
Carl do not push the right
you
buttons.
moving the goalpost
I'm not okay. I'm not moving the goalposts.
because what that got to do with making adjustments on the floor. If you don't
Because
play
he
his
made the
offense, he
adjustments on
gonna
the
bench
floor.
you. If you
But he
don't play
made
his
the
offense,
adjustments
he
on the
gonna bench
floor.
you.
No, but he made adjustments. You know how? Because he played AZ more.
Yeah, but he played up more because she got better. He didn't play. He didn't
Yeah, but
change
he
what he
but
was
he
doing.
still had confidence. He
He's
played her.
playing the same. He's playing the same offense he had in training
No,
camp. He ain't changed his offense.
he adjusted. He adjusted.
What did he adjust specifically? What he adjusted?
He trusted AZ more,
Trusted in
and he
how?
changed. He played her more, and he
Yeah, but
got her
where's the
in her
adjustment though? You
spots.
said it's an adjustment.
But he got her in her spots where she liked to
Okay,
shoot to her mid range. He
got
did
you, got you.
adjustments. That's all I'm trying to say. But
I
I don't
got
know.
you.
But we'll see. We'll see. But I have to get
But
off of here.
my point. You have a good one, Miss D. But my point was
Good night.
saying that
All right. Have a good
cost.
night, y'all.
This is like the double standard that Carl Semesco gets, right? Carl Semesco is such a bad coach, and what he did in college don't matter. And even though he's been winning last year and he's been winning this year, it don't matter. But Jose Fernandez is the same type of coach, and he get a pass.
I think they just start gelling, just like Atlanta. You know, they went through what they went through, and now they on the upswing. They Dallas is starting to win now. Like you just can't put a bunch of players together and things just start working and clicking. Sometimes
Exactly.
like it's not like how Olivia went to them and automatic the links and start and just dropped in there. They wasn't cohesive like that over there in Dallas.
Yeah.
So that's how come it is going so good for her. But thankfully, you got a great player like you like Paige, and and a decent coach that's able to make things happen.
Right.
But I just want Ryan Howard to just to get I don't know what motivates her. Like she don't give you enough. Like she don't have that that killer instinct in her like Angel got. And I don't want everybody to be like Angel, but it seems like Angel is the toughest mental, player in there besides Jordan Canada. Like them numbers are right because those are the two driving forces who be driving stuff, making the differences. Like you would think that Gray would, like Gray could take over, but it seemed like she need that energy. Like Angel is good for that team because she like that energy is contagious. sometimes. You know, she'll spark a fire.
She's an emotional leader.
Yeah. You know, and she a good motivator too. Like she always go up to Gray and try to, you know, and give her confidence when it seemed like Gray is lacking it. But it's just
Right.
like Howard. I don't know what's up with Howard. Like,
I mean,
I
I
don't know.
think you hit the nail on the head. I think Howard is just stubborn, bro. I think she's stubborn, and
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
she learned like from a young age. She was a big guard who could shoot, and she tried to rely on that. And the problem, that's a gift and a curse in that. When you knocking your shot down and it's going, you feel good, and it's like at any point you could be a sniper. But the problem is when that shot isn't falling, what are you gonna do now? Like, what's your
right.
go to now? And that's the stubborn part. Like, she don't have I'm off tonight. Let me get to the line, which it should be in every scorer's head, every great professional scorer head. Let me get to the line. She just
Yeah,
got, let me shoot it again. Let me shoot. She too cool for school. Let me shoot it again.
that's it. That's all
You know
I
what I
want
mean?
from her. That minor adjustment.
Yeah.
Get to the line. If your shot's not falling, get to the line. Sometimes if you like in the mid range area and you got a lane, take it. Stop going back to the 3-point line and make it. Your gravity should be toward the basket, not the 3-point line.
Right.
If she's the best shooter on the team, like because you see her do it sometimes, but it's just rare. It's like
Yeah.
lazy.
Yeah. She has the that euro. I don't know why she don't use it more often. When she go in there and do the euro and she get to the
Yeah,
line. Yeah. I don't know why she don't do that more often. And that's one thing I actually hope that Angel picks up from her, because Angel, her thing is to go straight to the basket,
mm-hmm.
hard to the basket, and sometimes that's how she draw those fouls. She need to start euroing more. But I think like she's getting more comfortable doing moves, because every once in a while she'll do a spin move in there or hop step or whatever. But I think the euro is less. I don't know the word. I don't want to say dangerous, but you know, I don't want to get a travel or a foul, that's what they looking to call for all season. Even when she don't travel, they calling on her. So that's why I want her to have a move that's easy for her to get to, that the refs can't take
Right.
away from her.
Maybe she could take some moves from her boyfriend. You know,
So he don't got
I,
no moves either.
I never really watched him, to be honest with you.
He all right. He's a solid center. He's a shooter. He's more of a shooter.
Okay.
Wendell Carter Jr. He's good. But he don't have like the type of move she needs, because they play two different ways. So he don't really have the type of move she would need as far as like
Yeah.
euro and a spin move to the basket. He don't really do all that. But he is solid. One thing that he could work on her with or help her with is the shooting, because he always been a good shooter since he's been a rookie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But what's crazy is if you see Angel shooting around, she be making them shots. She
Yeah.
just got to do them without thinking about it.
Yeah, it's a confidence thing. Because to your point, when she's shooting around, when she's by herself, she just let it fly. She don't think about it. But when
Right.
she in the game, she always looking at what the defense is gonna do first. So she, you know what I mean? She don't just catch it. She don't like how she caught and shot that three in the last game. How she just caught and shoot it. She don't
Yeah.
normally do that. Normally she catch it and then she wait. And then once you hesitate, you kind of throw yourself off of the shot, because then she'll try to shoot it after that and brick it, opposed
Right.
to like shooting in their rhythm. When the ball swings, just shoot it. Pause. Just shoot it. So
Yeah. Yo, something real quick. Oh, my bad. Go ahead.
no, I wasn't saying that good.
This is off topic. This is New York business. Upstate versus the city, I guess. What's up with this Jada Kiss and 38 Special thing? Like, does he really think that he in the same class or the same league as Kiss?
You wanna know what's funny? I don't even know because I didn't think it was that serious. I thought it was more jokes. And then next thing I know, Kiss and Fat Joe do a song. I still didn't think it was serious. I'm just thinking like Kiss talk. Rappers do that. They talk whatever.
Yeah,
But then I saw him do an interview and he was like going in, like
yeah.
taking it super serious. So I'm like, I don't know, but it ain't gonna work out. Good for him. He nice. He nice though. 30 he special. He
That
nice, but
yeah.
I don't know.
That's
I think
why Kid said, "Is this about a song or a career?"
yeah.
It's- this is like the fans, the Fever fans throwing a parade because they beat Vegas. It's like, yo, y'all beat a game. All right, cool, and y'all beat us bad. That's good for y'all. We came off of a long road trip. We took it serious, but not that serious. Y'all act like y'all won the finals or something.
Right. I dropped the link in the chat if anybody else want to come up and join the conversation. Also, do me a favor if you haven't hit the like button, hit the like button. If you watching us, you enjoying the conversation, hit the like button for me, please. And if you're a non-subscriber, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Also, let me say this, and if you watch me every day, if you part of my chat, you notice. Um, I want us all to be better fans. So that's why, like, I try to educate when I talk about certain things. I try to remove the emotion out of it, right? Because I don't know what y'all here for. Maybe y'all here because for entertainment, or maybe y'all bored or whatever. I'm here for basketball. I enjoy basketball, and then also the second part of that is entertainment. But I'm here for basketball first. You get what I'm saying? So I always try to educate everybody. So, if you were part of my panel, if you were part of the chat, and we have basketball conversations, I'm going to always come from educated. When I say educated, I mean stuff I did research on, right? Like, I'm going to come from stuff that I know a little bit about because I researched it, or things that, I've seen from the game, and I'm gonna come from that, a factual standpoint. And I'm always trying to educate. I'm never trying to like debate or argue and none of that. I'm always trying to like, you know, just pass along information. And then at the end of the day, uh, once it's over, your perspective is your perspective, my perspective, my perspective. We don't always have to agree. That's fine. We could agree to disagree, whatever the case may be. But I'm always trying to educate. I just want to say that because sometimes, depending on how a person is taking what you're saying, it could seem like an argument, right? And that's not my goal, or that's not my intention, is to argue. Now, every once in a while, you're gonna have a person who you debate, whatever. That's part of sports too. So you're gonna have that as well. I'm just saying my angle ain't always to debate. If I hear something that I know is wrong, or that I research and I know, hey, this is why it's happening, I'm gonna just try to educate. So I just wanted to put that disclaimer out. If you don't know that about me, that's who I am. That's what I try to do on my channel. And the people who typically watch my videos know that about me. So I just want to put that out there. I always try to give the actual facts, or try to, talk about the game from a educated point of view and not a feelings point of view. Not so I don't want to be like, oh, I don't like, I don't like Cheryl Reeves, and don't have, you know what I mean? Like, I'm gonna have reasons, or I'm not gonna say she do something she don't, because I don't, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. So I always try to be factual.
Look, man, you ain't going. Look, this is a New York dude, man. You ain't gonna win anyway. New York dudes, they know everything, and his name is Brooklyn. You definitely ain't getting over on nobody from Brooklyn. All right, so let's
The
call
funny
it a
thing,
day.
the funny thing about that is that the first person to tell you I'm wrong is me.
Yo,
Listen, if I'm wrong, I'm gonna tell you I'm wrong. I mean,
yeah. New New York dudes got the most confidence than anybody.
But Love Me Some Me says Medina is doing well, and she credits Angel. I love that. That's a fact. That's a big
Right.
sis.
Yeah.
Um, Semesco's live and die by the three. That's not working with Angel. But that's the funny thing, Love Me Some Me. Angel went there to learn how to shoot the three. So it's like y'all saying it's not working, but she wants it to work. Angel wants it to work, right? She went there because she want to be developed. Nas Hillman, for the people who don't know, didn't always shoot threes. She went there. I mean, she was there before Carl. Carl got signed and she saw what kind of coach he was. She started working on her threes and now she's pretty good at the three. So Angel's just trying to grow and develop her game. So
Nas is good. She just always like a little step behind on the defensive side.
well, she's an undersized big though. You know what I mean? And then you
Yeah.
gotta realize she's not a star, right? Like I know they love each other in Atlanta, so they'll say she's an all-star too. But she's a role player, and that's playing up because Brianna, Jones is hurt. She was coming off the bench last year. You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
So, she's playing the best she can to be 6'2", 6'1", 6'2", in a position she's playing. That's why I said if Anissa Murrow gets traded to Atlanta, it'll probably they have to stay the same type of body type, same type of, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, Nas is, to me, the expectation you have on her is like what you would have from a role player. You know what I'm saying? Same thing with Jordan Canada. It's like the expectation I don't expect Jordan Canada to be Olivia Mouse or Chelsea Gray. You get what I'm saying? So it was like, if that's the expectation you have on it, you're gonna be disappointed. But I do have expectation on somebody like Jordan Canada to use her speed, use her quickness, use the thing that she has to an advantage, right? Like that's what you expect from a player, what they able to give you. So now if you're talking about Nas Hillman, I expect her to be able to, since she worked on it, hit the three. Be able to go in there and get a rebound when Angel not there, right? But be kind of like a Swiss Army knife, basically. Do a little bit of everything, but not necessarily be great at anything, right? That's not her job.
So, how much better do you think Jackie Young is than Jordan Canada?
Jackie Young?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't even know how to answer that and how much better, but she's a lot better, right? It's
Yeah, I
Jackie
think
Young we
so
talking
too.
about. She's an all-star. And she's one of the top guards, like, in the league.
Yeah, no, I agree. No, I was just asking the question.
Yeah. But that, again, everybody, and that's another thing that people don't realize because, well, I don't want to say don't realize. I'm gonna say people don't have grace for her. That's a better way to put it. That's another thing that people don't really have grace for players that's not as good as other players, because you got to realize in basketball, all great players can't be all on the same team, right? So you got to learn how to beat better players sometimes, or you got to learn how to beat other greats. So it's like with Jordan Canada, again, like I said, people who may not like her is because they want her to be somebody she's not, right? Like they wish Jordan Canada was Chelsea Gray or somebody like that, right? And it's like, no, she's not that. But at the same time, she could be a star in the role she's playing, or she could be great in the
Yeah,
role she's playing with the, with the team that you have. You get what I'm saying? Because every team, like I said, another player who's not as great as somebody like a Jackie Young, but that's great in her own right. Veronica Burton for the Golden State Valkyrie, right? What she provides for that team, what she does for that team is great for that team.
yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So it's like sometimes you got to accept a player for who they are, and just have expectations for their skills, for whatever they could bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? And then also the piggyback off a point that you made a few minutes ago. I forgot about it because it slipped my mind by the time you finished talking. But the reason why I compare Atlanta to the Boston Celtics a lot is because you could look at Alicia Gray, and you can look at Ryan Howard again as like maybe better scorers than Angel, like natural scorers, pure scorers, as they able to like to shoot the three, shoot off the dribble, you
Yeah.
know, shoot the mid range, whatever it is. All of those things, they able to do that. Whereas Angel don't have a jump shot, right? Like she prefers to score at the basket opposed to shooting, right? So you would say those two players may be better scorers, but Angel's the better overall player because of everything she brings. So that's why I compare it to the Boston Celtics, because if you look at Ray Allen and you look at Paul Pierce, they both was great shooters, great scorers, natural scorers, but they wasn't better overall than Kevin Garnett. You get what I'm
Right.
saying? They was better scorers than Kevin Garnett, but they
Yeah.
wasn't better overall players than Kevin Garnett. And that's kind of how I look at this team with Angel. Angel plays on a team with two great scorers. And in order for Angel to get what she wants, they got to be successful. And Angel's doing the right thing, to your point of going to Alicia Gray and empowering her and keeping her motivated. Going to Ryan, keeping a good communication with Ryan Howard, figuring out how to keep Ryan Howard feeling good and motivated. And Angel, I think, and I hopefully, obviously we don't know the future, but hopefully what we seen in the last game is what we're going to see going forward from Angel. Like her just saying, let me be the lead dog. Because if I'm the lead dog, if Ryan Howard's having a slow night, it's okay, right? I could carry the load, right?
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, Angel built for the moments, man. She built for the moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. You see her walking up to the foul line when Alicia Gray missing foul shots, looking all sad and shit, and she talking to her and lifting her up. Come on, motivating her and all that. Like that's what they need.
Yeah.
And then after, I remember Alicia Gray was in a drought from the three. She hit a three. Angel went over there and was lifting her up. Like that's what I'm talking about. Keep shooting and all that. Like so, yeah.
Yeah, that's what she do.
She's definitely a asset over there.
Yeah. And that's why I feel like they could have championship aspirations this year. Now, again, like I was saying with Ms. Diaz up here, I do understand that just because Atlanta has a championship level team, there's other championship level teams out there. So you gotta understand, like sometimes it ain't your year or just ain't your era, right? Like I said, you got a lot of players who played in the same era as Jordan. You got a lot of players who played in the same era as Braun. No matter how great they was, they just never made it. Played in the same era as Curry and Clay. You get what I'm saying? So right now you
gonna forever think he ain't gonna never have a championship.
Right.
He played when Jordan was playing, like
exactly.
Like, know about that.
Exactly. And then when you compare that to the W, you got Asia Wilson, right? You got Cheryl Reeves back at the top of the league. You get what I'm saying? So it's like you may have a great team and you may play well, you may win and run into them. And it's over with.
So what do you think is going to happen if the Lynx do win a championship this year? And Olivia Miles, that will make Olivia Miles a WNBA champion in her first year and rookie of the year. Because she running away with that award right now.
Yeah.
Like, where would that put Clark then now, like with all of the hype and everything else? That's gonna be rough on her, like on
I think it solidifies. I think it'll solidify what we already feel, because a lot of us is already saying Olivia Miles better than Caitlin. But is not. I don't think it's a popular opinion yet, right? It's not the popular opinion because people don't want to believe it. If what you say happens, it's going to become the popular opinion that Olivia Miles is going to leapfrog Caitlin Clark and
because
the belt guard.
that's going to eclipse everything that she did so far up to this point in the league.
Yeah,
You know, I mean, I know people talk about, oh, she got like 60 something records or whatever. Like, are we making up stuff? Like, or like coincidences? I mean, like, I might be the first left-handed person that woke up this morning and tied my left shoe first before my right shoe. Like, is that a record? Like, it seemed like they just come up with anything to say she got a record.
right.
Like,
But I think the reason why she got so many records, and again, some of y'all OG WNBA fans, correct me if I'm wrong. Obviously, the great players play right away, but most players that come out of college got to wait behind a veteran. And so
right,
because they waiting behind veterans, they're not able to put up numbers, right? They're not able to. So Caitlin, from her rookie season, was able just to start, and then not only was she able to start, she was able to have the ball in her hands a lot. Like her usage rates is really high, and not only that, I think they cut down on this in her second and third year, but in her rookie year, they was playing her damn near the whole 40 minutes. Like she would
yeah,
never come out. So if you playing somebody that much, they got the ball in their hands that much, of course you're gonna be breaking records. Of course. Like,
right.
you know what I mean?
And
So
and that's why I try to tell people, I'm like, look, when you look at the team, right? You say, oh, well, she her assists, and well, she has the ball 95% of the time. And we talking about her assists. Like, look at the rest of the team's assists. She has mostly all the assists for the team. So it's not spread out. So to me, that's a problem because now that's easier to defend
yeah.
from a strategy standpoint.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So it's like people you like when you put certain records into context, it's like, well, you would expect her to have the most assisted points or points generated from, because she has the ball most of the time. Like if nobody else is passing the ball but her, then she should be having all these points off of assists. So like it doesn't like those kind of stats don't make sense when it's the system that they're running. Because
Yeah,
their system is meant for her to have that much usage.
exactly.
And again, that's why you don't see team people with them kind of systems win a whole lot of stuff. You just have people with a whole bunch of records and individual statistics.
Yep.
Damn, it's almost 5 o'clock. I'm getting ready to shut it down, man.
Yeah, me too. My phone actually about to cut off soon. It gave me the update warning in the it said update in the told me update in the hour.
uh,
So let me wrap the show up. I want to thank everybody, Miss D, and Hot Tracks for gracing the panel. We had a good conversation today. Talked about a few topics today. I want to thank everybody who came through the chat and participated in the chat. Hopefully we was entertaining to you guys. Hopefully, you know, hopefully we was able to get to the bottom of some things as far as like, with the Caitlin Clark liver shot and her being kicked in the quad, as she said, even though it was no contact. And in the way that the how Angel Reese is starting to figure out her impact on a dream, right? So hopefully we clarified and got to the bottom of some things for y'all. I appreciate everybody for watching us and tuning in. Make sure everybody hit the like button for me. If you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe to the channel and tune into the next show. I'll be back on Friday. And we'll do this again. Everybody have a good night. Well,
All right, man.
all right, bro.